Hello, 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 and welcome to Chernarus. We've been loving Chernarus recently, and today is going to be a very chill Chernarus quest. This server has a Chernarus quest, a very interesting one that we've, I don't think, ever done before. So we are going, well, I am going to attempt this Chernarus quest. So drop a like if you're watching in the future, VOD squatters. Comment down below, let us know where you're watching from. And welcome to another DayZ adventure. Hope you're all doing good. Hope life is good. Welcome in, Sassy. Welcome in, Random, Phantom, Silly. Welcome in. Exiton. Exiton, did you ever clip out your duel with John? Welcome in, Snoop. Welcome in, Phantom, Maria, Vossi. How are you all? How are you all? Morning, Hitman. We're in Electro, a place we know quite well. You're watching from the USA. You had surgery yesterday, so you're chilling. Speedy recovery. Speedy recovery. That's... Welcome in, Sinsic, Radar. You haven't seen any of our content in a minute. Well, welcome back. Whatever brought you back, we appreciate it. We haven't gone anywhere. We did go somewhere briefly. Your vlog video was great. Yes, so if you haven't watched it, go check it out. Dark Beam, welcome in, Dan, Andrew. You was in one of our videos a long time ago. Doing what? Doing what? Lou, welcome in. Okay, up. Loot this back street. Michael, welcome in. The boxing match video. Do you mean the boxing match competition we did? I remember it. I remember it. Okay, right. You're on a 220 streak, Lou. That is impressive. Genuinely really impressive. So basically, sorry, on this Chernarus quest, the way I understand it, there's multiple quests on here. One is the oil rig thing, where you have to boat around to an oil rig. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that one. But I am going to do the other one on here, which I believe is you have to go to a medical hospital or something, find some keys, then you have to find a plane crash that spawns a briefcase, then you have to take the glow plug out the briefcase using the key and take it to a quarry. We'll work that bit out when we get there. Do we play Hell Let Loose? We have played Hell Let Loose. I wouldn't say we regularly play it. But I saw some clips, actually, of someone playing... whatchamacallit, the Vietnam one, and it looked really good, so maybe I will give it a go. Thank you, random dude. 2 shotguns. Radar. Hang on 1 second. Let me Kazuya. Radar, thank you very much for gifting out 5 memberships to Jay Burner, to CH, to Hitmarkers, to Ezekiel, and to That Gaming Kid. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. W in the chat for Radar there. F and Pat, welcome in. DNA from Canada, welcome in. Will we buy Badlands? Of course we'll buy Badlands. That's all we've been banging on about for the last few weeks, it feels like. But yeah, for sure we'll buy Badlands. Why are you guys sold yet? Are you guys sold on Badlands? I mean, compared to Frostline, it feels like a slam dunk, right? Okay, let me go up there. Lurking and welding, it's already too warm. I tell you what, it's getting warm again here. It's getting real warm again here. Well, I'm not welding in here, but it is still hot. Morning, Nildrum. Welcome in, player Paul. Drop that. Atterson, welcome in. Oh, you didn't enjoy Rafiki? Well, I can tell you that I've got a good feeling about Badlands. I've got a good feeling. It's hard to say until it's like properly out and everyone's played it for like a couple of weeks. But from what we've seen and played so far, I got a good feeling. Morning, Bubble Boys. Mappa, welcome in. Okay. You took a year off work. Wow. Enjoy it. Did you get to tame the dogs? No, you do not get to tame the dogs. That was one of the first questions I asked the devs. Because, if you think about it, dogs are a kind of unusual addition if you can't tame them. But they did conclusively say no when I asked. But I don't know what they have planned, and I don't know what they're telling us and what they're not telling us. Right, there's a gun. No John today, not today, no. Javi! You've only just realised that we live stream. We live stream pretty much every weekday. Before we went away recently, we actually did like 25 days in a row of streaming, including weekends. So we were on a mad one before we went away. Maybe we'll get back into that. Right, we're looking for keys. We're looking for keys, yeah? The dogs were aggressive. A dog killed me, yeah. Can you eat them? I don't know, because it killed me and I never got a chance to fight back, really. Pretty sure we might need NBC. But I think at this point, we've probably told you everything we know about Badlands, so it's all out there now. Apparently there's stuff that we all missed, so there's like extra stuff that no one knows, but in terms of what we know, I think we've told you everything there is to know at this point. Thank you, Pushback. Glad you like it. Morning, Loz. I want to do a buckshot test. I did that, didn't I? Yeah. Just wanted to shout out my amazing art skills of Mecha Chameleon. I don't even know who streamed that. Who streamed that? I was just chilling. But yeah, we did play Mecha Chameleon recently. But if you did see it somehow, then I don't think I was great. There's definitely people better than me. Morning, Nem. I certainly hope you don't have to kill dogs, but I would imagine you... It's a survival game. If they put an animal in a survival game, they can't make it invincible. You're terrified of dogs IRL. Dog once almost ripped your foot off. You gotta give dogs a second chance. Pretty sure that was probably a scary experience, but 99.99% of dogs are very chill. What is only? Oh, Holly streamed it. There you go. Well, I quite enjoyed Mecha Chameleon. You excited for the tunnels? What tunnels do you mean? Because there's irrigation tunnels, which are like natural tunnels, but then there's also like bunker tunnels. So if you like tunnels, if you like underground stuff, Badlands is going to be right up your street. Oh. Take that, take that, take that. Should probably sort myself out here. Arsenic for a second. 85 stream streak for Gabba. Thank you very much. 85 stream streak is crazy. I don't even have that. Probably saying you're definitely buying Badlands. Well, I'm glad to hear it. They'll be saying good stuff too. Welcome in, Richo. Sorry, welcome in, Rick Hom. Okay, right. Got that. Also, yeah, straight off the bat, we've got so many of these trivia questions to get through. Every 100 likes, we will we'll do another one. So if you like your trivia, drop a like. If you don't like your trivia, drop a like anyway, and listen to some trivia. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If you remember, last week, John and I did a run where we ran the route that we ran in IRL on this server. So I thought I had a character because we stopped off at the Starry bus stop is where we ended that stream. So I thought, oh, I got that character, I'll continue from there. I logged in and I was blinking blood with a wound infection. And I don't know how. Maybe I delayed my logout or something and a zombie hit me. So I F11. So I have stuff stashed in Starry to go back towards. Willie Nelson, welcome in. Dano, welcome in. Can you, as an expert, tell me the difference between all the different Chernarus maps, plus, summer, and so on? The only one you really need to know is Chernarus Plus is pretty much the default now. This is Summer Chernarus. All that means is... Oh! That really got me for some reason. All that means is it's greener, like more vibrant grass, and the temperature's a bit better, and it rains less, and it's a bit brighter. And then you get like winter Chernarus. But every server might add stuff. So like for example, this one has added a bunch of new points of interest. So on PC community servers, you don't really know what to expect. The map is on the launcher it tells you the map name, but it doesn't always tell you how custom that version of the map is. No, this isn't a 24-hour ban server, but the fact that you've talked about that means that you're subscribed to more freshspawns. If you want to see more of us, for some reason, subscribe to our second channel, More Freshspawns, and we post even more edited DayZ videos over there. So, for example, we posted one, was it last night? Last night. Which maybe you missed if you're not subscribed. Exclamation mark more. Welcome in, Big Sam. Right. I should, if I'm playing this really smartly, go back and drink from the fountain. Welcome in, Hornet. Yeah, let's go drink from the fountain. Oh, I like that. But yeah, just a quick check-in with you guys. How are you all doing? Where are you watching from? What have you been up to this last few weeks? How's life? Anyone got any thing to celebrate? Anyone got any news? Anyone got any big life events happening? You just bought the complete pack of paper maps from the Bohemia merch store. So, this last week or so, I've been setting up my face cam because I've just been having a look, see what it would look like. And as part of that, I have I've got all 3 of the official maps behind me on the wall. So they are very, very cool. I would recommend them, and I'm looking forward to adding Nasdara. South Africa, very nice. Australia, Wisconsin, Belgium. Belgium's gonna explode, well, because of the heat. Watching from New Jersey before work, very nice. You swallowed a whole almond, nice. Watching Norway in the World Cup, we're gonna crush you on Saturday. Sorry, not sorry. Well, obviously I've been watching loads of the World Cup. I really like Norway, and I don't want to go out, but if we did lose, I couldn't think of a better team to lose to than Norway. But having said that, it is still coming home, so we're not going to lose. But if we did lose, I wouldn't mind losing to Norway. Pushback's first day of their holiday, very nice. Scotland and it's hot. Portugal, very nice. Commiserations. Okay, right. Let's get a jog on here. Watching from West Virginia. Just got off work from a coal mine. Ohio, very nice. Crystal Prize forever. Yeah, Rich knows. Rich knows. One from sunny Manchester. It is sunny, right? In Manchester right now, I'm sure it's like highs of 30 today. Something silly. I'm a bit done with the heat, actually. I'd happily go back to being cold now. One Chili, there you go. Chili would know. What do you think the hardest map on DayZ is? As in what? To do the quest on? Deer Isle? I've never really done it, so I don't know exactly how hard it is. Deadfall? Can't be that hard if me and John have basically done it. Lantia? Depends what we mean by hard, I guess. Crazy how Harling could have played for England. There are a lot of players. I mean, it's probably true of every country, but there's a lot of players that could have played for England who haven't and are now like superstars in their own country. But swings and roundabouts, and it happens both ways. Yeah, exactly, Stinny. I could have played for England too. Sleepless, welcome in. Right, drop that. I'm looking for some 7.62 by 3.9. Oh yeah, I gave up on convoy hunting. I thought about convoy hunting today, but I just thought, no. Has anyone successfully got a scar? Oh, look at that. What's my position? When I used to play, I used to be sort of like a Haaland, really. He's not really a target man, but you get the idea. Will you make a vlog visiting the map Livonia IRL? When we were out there, we were talking with Sao. Sao like super adventurous. He's been to a lot of places. And we were talking about like, okay, where should we go next? Like, what should be our next thing? And we realized, I mean, he's been to even more than us. He's like going out of his way to go to like the Sakau bunker and stuff, which is another real world place. But we did narrow it down to Livonia. A lot of the real locations in Livonia exist in real life. I know it's inspired by like Poland in terms of its terrain or geography, but there's still some places we haven't been out there. Ooh. So yeah, Livonia would be the natural next choice. I don't think Sakau is... It's a fictional landscape, isn't it? But, and then Nazdara, I don't know if Nazdara is going to be visitable. You got... Oh, right, nice. Nearly got me, Sleepless. Military shorts? What character? Might have to get rid of my shotgun. Should we do a buckshot test? Are there any companies you know of that offer DayZ themed tours in the Czech Republic? I don't know about that. We went with people who had been before, but to be honest with you, it's just like people's house. It's just like residential houses and farmland and stuff. The Tizzy one was technically a bit of a grey area in terms of like we're not supposed to be here. But the recent one, you could do yourself real easily. I'd actually recommend getting a car. If I could do it again, I think I'd get a car and drive it. But it is just like people's houses. I mean, we got loads of weird looks from people who... We look like a big school trip walking around. And there's people who just live there. It's a really quiet place. But there's people who just live there who are giving us very, like, weird looks. Like, why are you walking around our neighborhood sort of vibe? Welcome in, zombie. Yeah, I'd say rent a car. Go over there, rent a car. It's only like an hour outside of Prague. Yeah, would definitely recommend. What's that? I mean, I like it, but it doesn't really fit. Longhorn, does that have ammo in it? Right, I'm dropping a Sporter. What about going to Americaville? I'd love to go to America again. Obviously, it doesn't have the DayZ connection, but I'd still like to go. I'd love to do an American road trip. The locals might be used to it. Well, the guy who owns the big red starry barn, I actually googled it before we went. He's not happy with the tourist activity at his barn. I know that much. If you do it by car, do you just spark plug in a battery? Yeah. Welcome in, outsider. You've heard us and Paul saying how much we enjoyed the feeling there. Thank you so much. Definitely do it. Especially if you're from Europe. A flight to Czechia is quite central in terms of Europe. So, like, it's not going to be a big flight. And then you land in Prague. And then it's only an hour outside Prague. Is that a player? No. It's quite doable. George, I know this is random, but do you know that your country and mine have the longest alliance in the world today? The Anglo-Portuguese alliance dates back to the 14th century. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Well, that's cool. 18. Shout out to Portugal. I watched you versus Spain. Commiserations. Okay. Thoughts on Argentina winning? I watched that match against Egypt. I don't know. There's a lot of like conspiracy theories knocking about, but at the end of the day, still got to win. They won. We just got to get past Norway before that even becomes a thing for us. Okay, right. I need to hot foot it up this way. Oh, hello. But yeah, what was I going to say? Out of interest, has anyone been playing any new games recently? Anyone been playing any new games? What have you been playing? And have you been enjoying them? Or have you been playing DayZ? And what have you been doing on DayZ? I'm a bit out of the loop when it comes to like trendy servers and stuff. I almost played Essica. Today, but it was just the server didn't have enough players on, basically. We've been playing DayZ to test your mods, DayZ official, Surrounded. Surrounded's interesting. Waiting for Badlands, so keen. Bought Rain World on sale. Rain World on sale for the Steam Deck. Rain World. I've not heard of it. What's Rain World? If you could be half man, half human, which animal would you choose and why? Sabaji, do you mean half man, half animal? What animal would I choose and why? My gut is telling me to keep the top half of a human, because I think it might be weird. I'm thinking eagle. Am I allowed wings? Does that count? I'm thinking human with eagle wings. Unless I'm missing an obvious choice. Legs of a gorilla. I thought about gorilla. I didn't think of gorilla legs. I did think about like top half of a gorilla. Like I want a human head. I know that much. I'd like a human head. It's 2D platformer. Chernarus, welcome in. Crumpet, welcome in. How would you have wings on the lower half of your body? Yeah, well, I'm saying, is it split top and bottom, or can I split it like front and back? You make the rules, not me. I'm just trying to, you know, find a loophole. Say that. Bottom half of a crab. Why? Just walking sideways everywhere, aren't you? Definitely, when I think of crab, I don't think, oh, the bit of a crab I'd love to have is the legs. I'd give you, if you wanted, massive, like, crab arms, maybe. Thank you, Jeff. Giraffe. Giraffe what? Legs. Oh, do I want that? Yeah. The idea of being a merman did cross my mind, I'm not gonna lie. I just thought day to day, being sort of like someone who lives in Manchester, It's not that beneficial. You playtested Eon 2, very nice. You ordered Assassin's Creed Black Flag today. Would you buy the Assassin's Creed Black Flag? Okay, so I saw a video that was like, games coming out in July, and I had a look through. I'll admit, I played Assassin's Creed, the first one, whatever it was called, and the second one, and then nothing beyond that. So I think I'd love Assassin's Creed. In fact, like as I'm getting older, I'm getting more and more into my like history stuff. I'm finding myself watching like history videos. So I'm into it, as in like the idea of Assassin's Creed to me sounds super interesting. But I've never really actually done anything beyond Assassin's Creed 2. Piggy, welcome in. Arcadios, welcome in. Let me eat that. Would you have any tips for beginners that are new on DayZ? I mean, if you want actual tips, go to our DayZ shorts. Go to our YouTube shorts. If you want, like, a little wishy-washy tip that's kind of useless, I would say don't ask for tips. If you're new to DayZ, like, brand new to DayZ, just play the game. Just play the game and learn from your mistakes. Just for the first, like, 50 hours. There's something about knowing too much that can actually make it... Like, knowing too much too soon can sort of ruin your experience a little bit. It's like, Mecha Chameleon. We played that last week. And then since then, my algorithm is full of, like, how to get better at Mecha Chameleon. Here's what you're doing wrong at Mecha Chameleon. 10 Mecha Chameleon tips you need to know, right? All that stuff. And I started watching a couple, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to know this, because then I'm just... I don't know. I'd rather learn from my mistakes. Taylor, thank you very, very much. Says the guy who rinses DayZ tip shorts, but you get the idea. Taylor, thank you very much for gifting out 10 memberships. They've gone out to Jumza, to Kong, to Typical Squid, to Austin Small, to Twix, to Superfly, to Fun Dart, to John White, to John Wick, to Nicking, and that's it. Thank you very much. Taylor, you're a legend. Thank you for your support, as always. Thank you very much. My favourite part of history? I don't have a favourite, but I really like Neanderthals, or medieval stuff, or Roman stuff. Or at least that's what I sort of gravitate towards. Right. I need to start having a clear out here. Any weekend or late streams planned? Any weekend or late streams planned? Planned? No. But will we do any weekend or late streams? Maybe. Maybe. Often my weekend streams are based around whether my wife is working or not. Mapmen, I like Mapmen. Shout out to Mapmen. Do I have the DayZ Frostline Collector's Edition? No. I kind of regret not getting it, but it is cool. I got a little bit of DayZ bits and bobs, but not loads. Right. Lock in ever so slightly. What about the World Wars? I don't mind the World Wars. No, this is not experimental. I got a little bit fed up of convoy hunting, I'm not going to lie. So we're doing a different quest. That is... on this server. I'll explain it in a second. It's basically, this is the one where, you know, there's like an oil rig quest. The server is very populated. You know, there's like an oil rig quest where you go out on a boat and you do all that stuff, but it takes, sometimes takes like hours on a boat. I wasn't in the mood for hours on a boat, so there's another quest where you can basically go to medical, find some keys, go to a plane crash, find a briefcase, use the keys of the briefcase to get a glow plug, take the glow plug to a quarry to go in a different quarry bunker. Hound, welcome in. Shout out to the mod squad. Does my missus ever watch my streams? No. She's not a gamer. She's not a gamer. With a different kind of key cards. If you're saying that because you know, you probably know more than I do. I just know it's keys from medical, plane crash for briefcase, and then we'll work from there. Oh, the different kind of key cards is the boat one. Yes, you get like the yellow one, and then you take it to the red one, then you take it to the blue one. Yeah, we're not doing that today, but that is on here too. Jack Gamer, welcome in. Yeah, Big Toke, I know that lots of the Assassin's Creed looks good. I mean, the pirate one looks good. I'm sure I'd like it. I think John's played a fair bit of Assassin's Creed. Yeah, there's a few sort of history-based games out there, which look interesting. Almost as interesting as this police convoy thing. The history of the Vietnam War is very interesting. Do you know there's a, it's not Vietnam War, but you just reminded me. I think Tom Hanks has got a new, is it World War II series? Where he like narrates, I don't know what platform it's on. Age of Empires. I used to like the Total War games. I used to play a lot of medieval Total War. But I need that vest. Come to my base, is it abandoned? Is it abandoned? Do you mean my Moglievka base? That got wiped. In fact, that's going to be in a video soon. No, that's going to be a video soon, if you missed any of that. If that's the base you're talking about, that's our most recent one. Potato, nice. I need gloves. Really need gloves. Okay, right. Well, let's have a quick sit by the water's edge. And we'll do a trivia. We'll do a quick trivia question. How is Road to Nasdara not much of an experimental player? You inform yourself with Owls and Wobo's videos. That's the experimental thing. That's really good. We haven't found a scar, though. We found everything but the scar. So, good, but no scar. How excited am I for DayZ 2? Are you going to get Freshspawns 2 along? DayZ 2, I'm very excited about it, but I have a gut feeling that it's going to be in the 2030s. So it's kind of hard to get super excited about. But yes, is the answer. And as it gets closer and closer and we find out more, there'll be even more exciting. DayZ Misfits. Oh, that was me, DayZ Misfits. You guys were, I think you were reading the TikTok chat, so I didn't stick around long enough for you to see the YouTube one, I think. But no worries. Oh, me and John brothers. No. It's probably been in development for a few years already. I don't think it has, based on the conversations that we had. Okay, right. Trivia time. I have a daily trivia calendar, and because we haven't been streaming as much recently, there's a load stacked up. So, I'm gonna read every 100 likes. We're gonna do a new trivia question. We're at 100 likes now, so this is trivia question number 1 for the day. First correct answer in either chat gets the point. Actually, one in each. Here we go. From which country does the mojito cocktail originate? From which country does the mojito cocktail originate? Guess a country. From which country does the mojito cocktail originate? Some good guesses. I can tell you, Twitch have not got the right answer yet, which means there's only one winner. There's only one winner. Well, there's more than one winner, but there's only one winner as in YouTube are the only winning platform for this one. And the point goes to Cuban Pete, because the answer is Cuba. Cuba. I saw a lot of Mexicos. But no, Cuba is the right answer. So congratulations. You win. There you go. Was it Pete? Did I say Pete? I can't remember the name now. Pete. Well done, Pete. And yeah. Another trivia question at 200 likes. And I've got loads, because I'm on Saturday the 27th on my calendar, so we have loads to burn through. Right, okay. Chili says he was first. Hang on. I've got to go with the order that I see, because otherwise we'll be a very sticky situation. And on mine, it was Pete, unfortunately. Congratulations, Pete. Right, up the star, right? I was going to ask, I mean, we ask this a lot, but it's genuinely interesting. We're back in business now. We've been away, but we're back, getting back into the old streaming business. So, out of interest, what do you want to see from us? What do you want to see from us over the next week or two? What do you want to see from us over the next week or two? Or 3 or 4. But like in terms of team ups, in terms of games played, in terms of like maps, servers, base building, quests. What do you want to see from us? You tell me, and I'll tell John, and then we'll do it. How about that? Do we never get burnt out playing DayZ? Not really. Please do more scar hunting for the next 4 weeks. Okay, okay. Sand Raiders of Sophie. I've seen a lot about that. A serial hot tub stream. Freshspawns pub quiz. Small map high pop duo. I was going to do that today. My plan coming into today was to do Essica, which is usually chaos. But the Essica server that's like popping off at the moment is... was really low pop this morning. I had like 5 people on it, so I just thought, even though it's Essica, I could swap halfway through this one and maybe it'll be a bit more busy. Another armor battle royale. Well, we've made some new armor friends, so we've got good connections now in with the armor guys. So I definitely see more armor stuff on the horizon. When we're in Mech Prague, did we get hold of a weapon? No, not real weapons. No. The closest we came to that was I shot like airsoft rifles at the festival. Had a shootout with Holly, so if I make the cut in a vlog, maybe you'll see some of that. We also held some guns in the armor motion capture room, which is really cool. We were like moving these guns around in real time and you could see them on the screen moving around. That was very cool. The mask with Big Pop. Horror games, trap bases. Team up with Fisk. Team ups. Well, if we had to team up with someone, everyone suggest one name for a team up. I mean, since we've been back, we've teamed up with tons of people already. But I'm always down for a team up. Is the hunted event still on the cards? The answer is yes. It got pushed back a bit because of the island, but definitely. Need to sort of lock in here. Not a massive fan of these sort of towns. Dr. Gregory Gobbler with Barry, Jinxie, Sunday, Stroud, Les Stroud, Running Man's, Fisk, JOK. We hung out with JOK, IRL. Recently. Taupe. We hung out with Taupe, IRL recently. Guard, Mr. Gibbon, Ceramore. They're all good suggestions.
Soviet Womble, he's been playing DayZ lately.
So, Taylor, thank you very much. Let me Kazuya, 1 second. Let me get back inside. Soviet Womble. Check out the Soviet Womble. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. Like yourself, Taylor. We'd love to play with Soviet Womble. I don't know if Soviet Womble is sort of like, would play with us. But you can always ask. Thank you very much. W's in the chat for Taylor. Geckofish, Stimpy, Sunday and Lexi. Sour makes tons of sense. Ish. Very yes. Good suggestions. Good suggestions. Okay. Right. Is someone in a bush out there? Hello? It was Schoolboy's birthday yesterday. I do know that. I did message Schoolboy. I said happy birthday. I also invited him. Some of the mod squad are playing Mecha Chameleon later, and I did invite Schoolboy. He hasn't replied yet. But, yeah, happy birthday to Schoolboy. Dino Crew team up. What's so special about the new Scar weapon? What's special about it? I guess it's just another high-tier 308 sort of LAR-style gun with a new sight. People say it's better than the LAR, so I guess what's special about it is literally just the fact that it comes in as one of the best guns in the game, depending on how you rank guns, I suppose. But, sorry, I should really lock in here, because there's so much weirdness going on in this town that I feel like I'm going to get shot at any second. Kempass, welcome in. Shout out to Kempass. The Isle Void. This is what I mean. We've got so much on our plate at the moment. The Isle VoIP. We had big plans to like get properly stuck in to the Isle VoIP. And then everything happened and we've barely played it, to be honest. You saw we went on another DayZ trip. Any word on DayZ 2? When DayZ 2 may be starting development? Will we see it next year-ish? I don't think we'll see it next year. In fact, I can almost... Well, I can't say anything. I don't know anything, but definitely won't be next year. Has it started development? I got the feeling that it was in... It's almost like its earliest possible stage. So, I don't know how long it takes to make a game like DayZ 2, but I would give it... I'd give it 5 years at least. Anything... If it come out before 2030, I'd be pleasantly surprised. Okay, right. But the exciting thing is that it is happening. So many CR57s. Like, team up with me, I'm cannon fodder. I do like having cannon fodder around. We'll look over here. When is your latest Prague trip video out? It's already out. Go to our channel. We've posted so many videos over the last week or two. And shorts. But yeah, we posted our Prague trip video a few days ago. That's very wishful thinking, Lim. Okay. Right. Away we go. You're right, but I need to get a cuppa. I'd love a cuppa. Even though it's hot. You feel happy when you hear my voice? That's very sweet of you, Heath. Probably one of the nicer comments that we get on here. Get a lot of we get a mixed bag of comments. So it's always nice to get a nice one. Right. Away we go. Atterson, you saw that you have a second channel. What's the reason with this, with the same game? Trying to figure out how to handle your DayZ videos, not getting any exposure. Why did we start a second channel? We started a second channel because we had a genius idea, all by ourselves. Because we're two people. Up until like a year ago, we were two people, but we only streamed on one channel. So a lot of the time, one of us was just playing in the background, not even visible. So we made a second channel, first of all, just so both of our perspectives were viewable live. So if one of us died, imagine we're in an endgame bunker and the one that wasn't streaming survived and the one that was streaming died. No one can watch the second guy, so it's sort of pointless almost. So we had it as a second live perspective. And then we just thought, well, we have this second channel that we're streaming on. Why not put some videos on there that are, I don't want to say like worse, because that's not what a good salesman would say. You guys wouldn't go and subscribe if I said, go and watch all of our bad videos on the second channel. But truthfully, the idea is that we post loads of stuff on the second channel and we save our very, very best stuff for the main channel. And that doesn't always work out. Sometimes some slip through the cracks and we post on a second channel and it's like, oh, actually that was really good. Maybe we misjudged that. So I guess what I'm saying is subscribe to our second channel for back-to-back stinkers. But also new games as well. Like, initially our idea was like, if we're going to make an Isle video and we weren't sure about it, put it on the second channel. That was the thinking. But we're constantly changing how we view things. We made a third channel for IRL content and we haven't posted a single video on it, so I'm not sure we know exactly what we're doing. Good morning, Houdini. What do you mean by mixed comments? Who doesn't like FS belongs in a nut house? We do a lot of YouTube shorts and TikToks and Instagram reels and stuff, and they reach further than our streams and videos. So our streams and videos are relatively safe space in terms of comments, but if we post a YouTube short or a TikTok or whatever, and it goes beyond our like immediate audience into the Wild West, some of the comments we get are horrific. But after doing it for years, you sort of get used to it. Limp, I've spoke to a lot of people about that. I really wouldn't bank on that. You'll always watch the Isle games. A lot of fun to play and watch. We got an Isle video coming on the second channel probably this week. Yeah, if you ever wanted to leave a hate comment, maybe get out your system now. Right. We're looking... Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have gone... I sort of missed the trick in that last town, actually. What do people think about Chernarus? Do you enjoy watching Chernarus? I sometimes worry that in Chernarus, as is happening today, this server's like... It's got plenty of players on it, but the way the map is designed... You end up, more often than not, having quieter runs than like in the Mausk or an Essica or a, I don't know, Rafiki. You know what I mean? Like the other community maps. Do you like that? Sometimes it's really nice. It's a nice balance, but sometimes I worry that like we've all seen someone run from Electro to Starry to Starry a million times. And now you got to watch me do it again. But maybe you like it. I will say it gives me more time to actually waffle, which is either a good thing or a bad thing. And it's DayZ, so I could get shot at any moment. You've got more respect after our video. I do too, you know. I've been playing DayZ, Chernarus actually, since 2012. I've always heard, like, how it's, it's inspired by a real place. Yeah. I've always said that. And I've never actually, like, thought about it beyond that. But that recent video we did and that recent trip really confirmed that it actually almost is exactly a real place, which is cool. The problem I have with Chernarus is I get lulled into a false sense of security. And then end up getting shot after like 3 hours of nothing. I'll be waffling about something and I'll just get blindsided. I am interested. I am interested in doing like a chaotic Namouse run at some point. I just want to blast people. Which could happen on here, but it's slightly less common. I'm going to pass straight through, I think. I feel like Chernarus is a good team-up map as well. You've been to the IRL Sakao bunker, it's really cool. I've seen photos. I think Mark's went with Sour or separately. I know Mark's has been and I know Sour's been. It does look cool. And I'm sure Nezdara has been inspired by tons of real-life locations too, so maybe there's opportunities to visit some stuff. I mean, I could bore you to death with some of the stuff I've seen, but when I played Badlands, there's a border crossing point of interest, which I think is, in my opinion, the coolest looking point of interest on any official map I've ever seen. And I don't think it's involved in any of the quests, it's just a location that you can go to. But it's really hard to explain. Do you know, like when you see like on a apocalypse movie and there's a massive, maybe they're queuing for a ferry or maybe they're just on a big motorway and there's like loads of backed up traffic and all the cars are empty. It's like that, but it's in these big sort of sandy stone arches. It's just an incredible point of interest, which is like a big border crossing. And then you go through and there's like military stuff on the other side, but I was pretty blown away by that, I'm not gonna lie. So I think they've got some really cool places to visit on Nezdara. Right, where was I just going? I was going this way, right? Pretty sure. You got so addicted to endgaming. Most fun you had in years. So John and I, being a duo, we've always been slightly hesitant to endgame because in our head, endgaming is really cool, but we worry that one of us will die. Imagine we're doing Deadfall and we're going through the maze and then one of us dies. That's always been like a worry of ours, which has probably stopped us endgaming as much as we should. But this last year or so, we've been sort of just like committing to doing a few more. For example, Deadfall. I was going to give a list of examples then, and I ran out after Deadfall. But yeah, we want to do more. Dear Isle endgame has ruined our life for the last few weeks. Yeah, Dear Isle scares me. Well, we had a go at it. We've had a go at it, but it's a bit daunting as someone who doesn't know anything. You've been so close to the Mausk. The Mausk we've played tons of, so like location map knowledge wise, I get it. I understand all of the parts of the Mausk that are required. The only problem is doing it all in one continuous run. But yeah, the Lantia run we need to do. We talked about Lantia week a lot. I do feel like at some point soon we need to fully commit to a Lantia week. Good morning, Nivlock. What's my favourite map out of the vanilla ones? That's really easy. That's Chernarus. And it's not even close, actually. Not including Nazdar in that. I don't think it will be better. I don't think I'll prefer it to Chernarus because of nostalgia bias, but I'm not including it because I barely know it, I guess. Stashing is a good stashing, yeah. Yeah, I think Lantia Week, what we want to do, that's one of the few things we have sort of decided, is we want to lock in a few more themed weeks. If anyone can think of a themed week, that would be cool. Like a Lantia week, a base building week, a Deer Isle week, something where we can dedicate multiple streams to one goal. And, you know, just even if we die, it doesn't matter because we're coming back tomorrow. Coming back the next day. Friendly DayZ podcast. Good run so far. So far, so good. I haven't actually done anything at all. So is that good or bad? I don't know. What was I going to say? Something I was going to say to you guys. Oh, oh, we got confused for you recently. One of the DayZ devs were like, they said to us, Martin, if you want me to properly put him on blast, he said, oh, you guys have been doing the community spotlight. That's been really cool. And obviously we haven't. That's you guys. So we did correct him. So shout out to you for doing the community spotlight. And for putting us in it. Appreciate that. Deer Isle might need a month. Yeah, Deer Isle was trendy like 2 months ago. So next time it's trendy, maybe we'll jump on it. You've got 10k hours in DayZ, but you've only killed 5 people total. How have you done that? How have you done that? Oh, you're a roleplay player. Nice. If you were to make a mod, what would you make in the mod? If I was to make a mod, what would I make in the mod? That's a tough one because so many of them have been done already. If I was to make a mod, what mod would I make? Hey, you have to give me a minute on that. Poo mod. It already exists. Already exists. We've had a poo. Actually, I haven't had a poo. I've watched Schoolboy have a poo in DayZ. If anyone can think of a mod that doesn't exist that should, we probably know enough mod creators now where if the idea is good enough, we could just palm it off to one of them and they can do the... make it reality. Rideable chickens, an octo blaze, an 8-barreled blaze. Okay. Kittens. Well, cats are a thing. Gonna give you gamma. Pogo stick. Shootout cars exists already. Brushing teeth. Wingsuits. Recon drones. Oh yeah, hit the like button, by the way. I don't know how close we are to 200 likes, but 200 likes, trivia time. We need a prize for trivia. Like a small prize. When I say prize, I don't think I mean prize, like physical prize. But yeah, 200 likes and it's the next trivia question. 200 already? Okay, well let me go in here then. A freshspawns mug. Do you think we're made of mugs? But no, we can work something out. Okay, right. Pet companions would be cool. Pet companions exist, actually. Already. Sawn off Derringer. Nice. Rich Murph, IRL, thank you for becoming a tier 2 member. on the YouTube. We appreciate it on the YouTube. Nice slang, Grandad. Okay, right. We're gonna do another trivia time. So get your fingers, if you're washing up, dry off your hands, all that stuff. And trivia question coming your way. Another geography one. Thank you, Rich. So if you want, you could guess now. That would be pretty epic. One day, Silly Salmon, one day. I think it's a solid guess. I'll give you... Actually, I don't want to give you a clue, because otherwise you will get it. Right. The question is, what is the smallest country in the world? 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 Ganbash Core, thank you very much for the Twitch sub. Whoa, hang on. I need to pay attention here. Okay. Right, that's locked in. Okay, cool. Stop the clock. We've got it. We've got it. I'm going to go based on what I saw, as in like what mine lists as first. So I can tell you the winners are, on YouTube, the winner is the dual winner, Ixaton. And on YouTube, on Twitch, sorry, it is Anorak. Vatican City is the correct answer. Congratulations, Ixaton and Anorak. Yeah, Vatican City. I went there last year and I actually had a pretty bad time, not gonna lie. Not any fault of the Vatican City, really. It was roasting hot, and the way they do the tours, it's like one long roller coaster queue. Do you know when you're in a roller coaster queue and you've got to like walk a few steps and then wait? Walk a few steps and then wait. They do that the whole way round Vatican City in like 40-degree heat, knowing that the what's it called? The painting on the ceiling, Michelangelo's painting, is the last stop on the tour. So you have to walk all the way around all of these buildings just to get to this thing. I'm sure if it was cooler, it would have been really enjoyable, but I felt like I was going to faint the whole time. But it is the smallest country. Okay, right. Let's go. But yeah, congratulations to the winners. Prizeless, unfortunately. And oh, Sistine Chapel, yeah, and there's no photos in there. Okay, right. Lock in. So I died here when I started the stream, or just before I started the stream. I F11'd here, and I dropped stuff in a bush. Also, to go in to the Vatican City, they say you have to wear trousers, and I had shorts on. I had to buy some, like, I guess they were sort of like chino-y things off of just like a guy in the street, just to get in there. And then everyone in there was wearing shorts anyway. Okay, right. No, he wasn't wearing them. He had like a street market stall that had like a bunch of secondhand clothes. I didn't ask. It's like in between is when he buys shoes outside the club. Very similar to that. Right, I need to check this for keys. I also need to get my stuff back. realistically, what do I actually need here? Summer Chernarus is the prettiest map out there. I do like it. Do like it. Let me take that. I'll also take that just in case, and I'll also take that just in case. Welcome in, Hog. Welcome in, everyone, by the way. If you're just joining, welcome in. We're on Chernarus. Having a chilled one, to be honest. Apologies if you don't like chilled ones. On Chernarus, you can't really control how chilled or not chilled it is. It's getting a bit dark. So I'm looking for keys in medical, by the way, so keep your eyes peeled for keys. When's England versus Haaland? Saturday. But Norway are more than just Haaland. To put some respect on Norway's name. I know he's like the face and the goal scorer, but they got a lot of Premier League players. I feel like if I big up Norway enough when we inevitably lose.
Congrats in great content, keep it up, whoever gets the mug. You're welcome, red heart emoji, red heart emoji, red heart emoji, pink heart emoji.
Right. Ninja, thank you very much. Hang on one second because I dropped some guns right here earlier. Ninja, thank you very, very much. There's a giveaway on Twitch. What was it? A mug. So Ninja Slaw has given away a mug on Twitch. Exclamation mark Twitch will take you over to Twitch from YouTube. And then when you're in the Twitch chat, exclamation mark enter will enter you into a raffle and you have a chance to win the mug for free thanks to Ninja. Absolute legend. So go and do that. Do that, 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 that. Swift mod, don't even think about it. But welcome in. Yeah, thank you very much, Ninja Slot. I'll go upstairs here. Okay, that was pretty good upgrade of stuff. The only thing is, I probably should just get rid of the rack, right? Just get rid of the rack. Okay, that's good, that's good. Just use that. Any time I'm going to use the rack, I could just use something else. Okay. Get rid of the rack. Get out the window. No. That saves me quite a lot of space, and I can take that. Okay, cool. Alright. We're going to sit here until there's a winner of the giveaway. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, drop a like. The shop seems to want a username and password. What the hell? What do you mean by that, Ninja? One of the mods will know the answer to that. But in theory, I don't think you need to do anything now, right? Unless you just mean the merch store in general, which shouldn't have a username and password. Why did you keep the smaller bag? I think I kept it because the other one is too vibrant. I've gone for quite a camo serious look. Kempass won the giveaway. Congratulations, Kempass. Thank you very much, Ninja. Kempass, if you hit the link and it will ask you for some stuff, And then a mug will be on its way to you. Shout out to Campass. Thank you very much, Ninja. Appreciate it. Okay, right. Where do we go from here? We probably... Should I just do a, just do an airfield run? Let's do it. Do I use reshade? I don't know what reshade is, but no is the answer. It sounds like it's like a NVIDIA filter thing, but no. If you're wondering how... If you're wondering why it looks like this, on my screen that I'm playing on, it looks like that. But I'm adding a filter to what you see on stream to make it look like that. Thank you very much, Ninja. Ooh. Thought reshape was banned. I have no idea because I've never ever used anything like that. But it sounds like it should be. I don't think there should be any excuse to use anything third party that gives you an advantage. It's not big and it's not clever. I'm still using Streamlabs. I use OBS now. Can you get a freshspawns microwave in the merch store? Would be nice to heat up your tea water in one. Right, see what you're doing, skunk. I see what you're doing. Trying to rage bait. Do you know you can... It's impossible to rage bait me. It's impossible to rage bait me. Best of luck. Reshade is counted as cheating, there you go. In which case, definitely don't use it. Point mark. Oh yeah, Sleepless. I do need to fix that. Yeah, if you know, then let me know. Crystal Palace is a bottom tier soccer team. That's that. You know, that's pretty close though, Limp. You're getting there. You're getting there. I like soccer. I like that you threw in soccer as well. That was good. Did you celebrate 25 years of The Office yesterday? Yeah, I did actually. I watched a bit of The Office, and I watched 25 best Brent moments. Do you ever get bored answering the same questions over and over again? No, not at all. Do you know I actually like it? I actually like answering the same questions over and over again. I don't have to think about the answers. Do I ever get bored of answering the same question over and over again? No, I actually like it. Because I don't think about the answers. Exeton says, do you ever get bored answering the same question over and over again? No, I actually like it. Because I don't have to think about the answers. What's my favourite car to drive? Probably my car. The trusty Volvo. Or a monster truck. Yorkshire tea is repackaged Lipton. I actually don't have a problem with Lipton. I've been having more and more iced tea recently. This is boring conversation, by the way, but apparently Yorkshire do canned iced tea, which I've been looking for over the last week or so. I couldn't find any of it. I don't know if that's a myth. Like you and John brothers? No, good question though, silly. No, actually not. We're like school friends, but we didn't go to the same school. But yeah, the idea. How do you pronounce Worcestershire? Just like that. What Volvo? XC60. Do I be brave? I feel like I've got to be brave, right? Loot the VMC. Is Running Man's our dad? No, he's not, but he's a good friend of ours. Which one of you came with the name Freshspawns? I actually don't know the answer to that. I do remember that we had a few names. I'm trying to think of another example. I can't think of a specific name that we had, but we had a few names. But Freshspawns was always on the list because it kind of was perfect choice, to be honest, because at the time all we did when we used to play DayZ is hang around in Electro as Freshspawns, shooting people. So like it was one of the first names we had. But no, I don't remember who exactly thought of it. It's not really... It kind of wrote itself. Do you know what I mean? Who's on the subs bench on my dream team? I don't have a... Do you mean like a World Cup FPL thing? I don't have one. Who's my favourite in the chat? They know who they are. They know who they are. Which British actor's got the most Oscars? I know this. I know this. No, I don't. No, I don't. We talked about it. About 6 months ago, we talked about it. And it's a surprising person. Which British actor has the most Oscars? I'm not Googling. Trust me, I'm not a Googler. I'm not a Googler. You having a laugh? I'm Googling. Which British actor has Oscars? I don't even have a phone. Oh. Okay. I think I was thinking of a different question. Because that was not the answer I expected. I won't spoil it, though. I must have asked a different question, because the question I asked, I did more surprised answer than that. Right, I'm going to have to forgive me for a second. I'm going to have to lock in. Oh, in a minute, though. Have I ever seen any of the reaction vids of Brits trying American food? You mean that? Brits trying American food? I don't think that would be that surprising, because I feel like we spent our whole life eating American food. I thought the more interesting one would be Americans trying British food, which I have seen, and they always like have like Marmite on toast, or beans on toast, or you know, that sort of stuff, and they always like they mock it as if it's not delicious when obviously it is delicious. So I don't like VMC at night. I sound like a coward. Google said Daniel Day-Lewis, by the way. Is that not right? Right, you're up there, which gives me cause for concern, I'm not going to lie. Because I threw away my rack, I don't even, it's not like I have a great option for close quarters here, other than sort of quick scoping with this. Sun's coming up. I'm gonna go big and juicy here. I wouldn't advise it, but I'm doing it. And then I think I'm gonna sit. Oh, hang on. Hello? Hello? Have you ever seen Project Hail Mary? What do I think of it? Yeah, I am friends with the writer of Project Hail Mary. It's a good movie. I did actually go and watch Toy Story 5 a few days ago. Is that right? Hello? No, I once emailed Andrew Weir and he replied. Andy Weir, sorry. Andy. So, sort of besties. I'm sure he remembers the email. Hello? Hello? Crofty says, hello, John. Hello, George. I always seem to catch your live videos when I'm having a poo at work. Thank you very much for messaging in, letting us know. But leave that on, just in case anything comes through. Make sure there's another person. No. I'm saying hello to the walkie-talkie. What did I email him about? I was just sort of, I enjoyed reading The Martian, and I thought I'd email him about the book. Light military jacket. No, really. Is that 308? Okay, that's good. Am I playing on official? No. Not playing on official. It's kind of terrifying, I'm not going to lie. I thought the sun was rising, but clearly not. Come here. Ow. Has anyone else watched any movies recently? If so, which one did you watch? Why are you not dead? Why is he not dead? Thank you. It's more like it.
Shout out to those watching and wiping #PooSquad.
Ginger Pickle, thank you very much. Shout out to those watching and wiping. #PooSquad. Yeah. Thank you very much. We should really be shouting them out a little bit more than we do currently. Yeah. Thank you very much. For a year, by the way. A year on YouTube is huge support. Ow. Oh, what's that? That's the briefcase that I've been looking for, by the way. Empty. You watched Parasite last night. Parasite's great. I really like Parasite. Ooh. Disclosure Day, Schindler's... I've never seen Schindler's List. I may have to borrow this. Cool. You watch the new Now You See Me? Oh, tell you what. Oh, tell you what. Oh, tell you what. Black backpack. Hang on, did I overlook it? Was it in the pile with the... Hang on. Was it next to the bag? Let me go in the shower. Drop that, drop that. I have to unload this. Load this. Why do I aim up when meleeing? Do you mean just like headshots? If you hit a zombie in the head, it takes less hits to kill him. Also doesn't damage their vests if they're wearing a vest. You've been watching the Marvel movies in order of timeline. Forgot how many movies there were. Can I admit... Let's all admit something. At the same time. I would say I've barely seen any Marvel movies ever. So feel free to shout abuse at me if you're passionate. Feel free to try and persuade me to watch them. I am sorry, I've not seen any of them. So if everyone else wants to confess something equally shocking, now's the time. There's too many Marvel movies. Well, I don't know if they're good or bad. I'm just saying that I've not seen loads of them. You've never seen Star Wars? Super's never seen any either. Sleeper's got bored of Marvel. Functional's never watched Game of Thrones. See, notice how I'm not digging out anyone here because I'm equally vulnerable. You haven't seen many either. You've not seen a single Star Wars film. You've not seen any of the Godfather movies. Never seen a Star Wars. I hate football. Leline hates football. Not even the Hulk ones. Not even the Hulk ones. Not even the Hulk ones. The first Iron Man movie was very good. I watched Iron Man, the first one, on a ferry to the Isle of Wight on a school trip. Other than that, I've not seen any of the Iron Man movies. I've never watched Harry Potter. I've never seen Harry Potter until a few years ago. We binge watched them. And to be fair, I did quite enjoy them, I'm not going to lie. Attack on Titan is overrated. I don't even know. I don't really even know what that is, so you're fine with my books. Is the new Disney Star Wars movies any good? I've not seen them. You've never seen Titanic? Hang on. That don't work anymore. I shouldn't sit here do this. I'm sort of waiting for sunlight, really. Feels good to have an SKS there. It's the exact sort of upgrade I needed coming into this. What's that? Oh. Right, get out of it. Sun's rising, and I'm gone. Taking off Gamma. I'll be honest with you, I've not seen Fackham Hall either, silly. I've not seen an anime. See a lot of you talking about animes, which one's good, which one's bad. I've not seen an anime. And I've talked about it before. I think I'd probably, not that I wouldn't like them, but there's probably some out there that I would like. Do you know when you've just never dipped your toe in the water, so you don't know what you're missing? It's probably that. And I think certain things, if you get into them early on in life, they sort of stay with you, and if you don't, you never really get, like, introduced to it later on. SpongeBob is your favourite anime? I have seen SpongeBob, so maybe I am a bit of an anime guy. As someone from the UK, you prefer the US office to the UK one, you just don't like Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais was probably, when I was younger, when I was a teenager, my, like, favourite celebrity. Back in the XFM office extras days, I loved Ricky Gervais, but he's definitely not as funny as he used to be. Which is sad, but I'm telling you, it was Stephen Merchant. It was Stephen Merchant pulling a lot of the weight. Okay, just gonna lock in a little bit here. His stand-up was pretty poor now. I went to watch him live probably last year, and I remember feeling underwhelmed coming out of it because you go into it thinking, oh, this is going to be brilliant, but wasn't. Still like him. Who does Stephen Merchant play in his show? Well, in Extras he played Darren Lamb, the agent. In The Office, he played a cameo role as a guy called Oggy, I think. But he was co-writer, co-director of all of the really good stuff early on. You're just saying that because he talks like you. Oh, because he's a tallie. Oh, because Stephen Merchant. Yeah, I'm nowhere near as tall as Stephen Merchant. I think he's 6'7". But, for reference, I do like the US Office too. I've binge-watched the US Office at least twice. Very different show, but equally entertaining. The other question, what server do we normally play? We play different servers all the time. Sinjax, welcome in. 7 likes away from the next trivia. Yeah, drop a like if you are, if you want another trivia. I can't control the questions. Also, crazy how we've just ran all the way through Chernarus without a care in the world. But something's got to happen here. Take that. I'll take that for now. In yesterday's More Fresh Spawns video, if you watched it, I died. Don't want to spoil it, but I'm about to. Right there. Right there. Peep Show is elite. Peep Show is good. Although, on a similar note, if you... What was their show that they did? They did Mission of Weblook, obviously, ages ago. And then they came back, like, last year with another sketch show. And it was not good. If you're from America, or I'll tell you what, if you're not from the UK, which British shows do you like? If you're not from the UK, which British shows do you like? Why sluggish? James Bond, The Office, Mr. Bean, Benny Hill, that's number one. The In-Betweeners. Does Ted Lasso count? Yeah, Ted Lasso counts. That's supposed to go in there. Monty Python, Peaky Blinders, Downton Abbey, Monty Python, Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who. I've never seen an episode of Doctor Who. I've seen clips of it. Armstrong and Miller Show. That's a like a more niche one. 40 Towers, Only Fools and Horses, Misfits. So used to really be into Misfits. Extras Office, Top Gear, Bottom, Monty Python, Taskmaster, Little Britain, Detectorists, Red Dwarf, Still Game. So, I don't know what my play is. I don't know what my play is here. I guess to get across the runway. Black Mirror. Black Mirror. I don't know if it was just me thinking this. Did Black Mirror not used to be like one of the most popular shows ever? Like everyone was when it first came out, it felt like groundbreaking. Like everyone was talking about Black Mirror. And I haven't like heard anything about Black Mirror in like the last 5 years. Maybe longer. But at one point it felt like huge. Probably was, I guess. How can you call yourself British and not watch an episode of Doctor Who? There's only so many hours in the day, especially when most of your hours are spent playing DayZ. I think they run out of good ideas. I think maybe reality caught up with the ideas, do you know what I mean? Like, reality became weirder than any idea you could think of. I'm gonna go down here. This country, the IT crowd. As a new person to DayZ, what's the most important thing or factor you should know? I actually don't know what the answer to that is. Just have a laugh. Have a laugh with it. Don't take it too seriously. What is he wearing? Plate carrier. Do you like James Acaster? I don't really know much about James Acaster. He's alright. I've seen him on some shows. Marty Boosh was great. I used to, very early on in the YouTube channel, everyone used to say I sound like Noel Fielding, which I've never heard before, but enough people said it where I was like, do I? But, yeah, I used to have Marty Boosh on like DVD and stuff. Back when DVDs were a thing, back in my day. Back in my day. See you later, Sluggish. So I'll see you. I'll speak to you later, actually. You ever seen someone make such light work of Chernarus? Oh dear. Right. We got a plate. We're actually doing quite good. Still have your DVDs. It's a zombie, right? Ali G was hilarious. Well, apparently, Sacha Baron Cohen has just finished filming. He's been secretly filming a new Ali G movie, and he's just finished filming it. So now it's become like public that he's there's a new one coming. So I did used to like Ali G. I find it hard to believe, right? Because back in the day, Ali G used to be... He used to... His whole thing, initially... Well, at a certain point, it got to a point where he would interview kind of like big American celebrities who clearly had no idea who Sacha Baron Cohen or Ali G were. So he'd get away with interviewing like Donald Trump and stuff. And they wouldn't know who he was, so he could like mess around and whatever. But now, are you telling me that there's people in the world who would sit down with Ali G and not realize who he is? I guess maybe there are. Maybe it's been long enough. Welcome in, Win. Oh, hello. Technology. Should really be locking in here. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Oh, I went. No, I went. It's only a matter of time before someone sees me, right? Kinda want that bag. Oh. Six 56. No, I gotta keep this. The question isn't if someone's camping the airfield, it's where. One day I want to camp the airfield. Permission to camp the airfield? Everyone else does it. Why can't I do it? Denied, okay. Oh yeah, lock that gate. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, definitely lock that. Hug says, hello, I've never been here before. Well, everyone give a warm freshspawns welcome to Hugs for DayZ. Give them the classic welcome that we always give our new people. You know what it is. Sing the song, sing the welcome song, and all that stuff in the chat. Welcome in, Hugs. What my thinking in the airfield is, it's either run around, get seen, get shot at, die, or have a little sit down, waffle, see someone else shoot them. They seem like my two options. 4 hours in the ATC will make a great YouTube video. I actually don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. That's the scary thing. Right. Loads of tents over there. Don't know if I want to go for it. Anyone looting those tents is basically on stage. You should lock every door in a military and watch people try and loot. That feels like what we would have done a few years ago at like the Janks military. Oh, hang on a second. This is a quest location, but one that I am not ready for yet. This is a different quest. Have a look at this. Kind of scared me, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to explode. So I shouldn't hang out for too long next to that. I am walking around like I own the place a little bit. Go, go, go. Am I right in saying that some people say on experimental the scar spawns here? Obviously it won't spawn here now because we're not on experimental, but is this where people were saying the scar spawns? Do you know what? I'm going to get rid of that. Use it. Bison. Getting away with it. So. Place your bets. Is someone in the ATC? Yes or no? The best server for people learning DayZ. It's got to be official because if you play a modded map, they might change all the rules. So if you want to learn DayZ, I would say official or something very close to official. Hate sitting still after a while of walking around. Okay. Yeah, because some modded maps would be like, oh, you can't make a fire using a hand drill kit because you're not high enough skill level. So it might confuse you if you're brand new to the game. I'd say official. And then, like, move on from there. I think I'm just going to go in ATC. Sometimes get that feeling where it's like suspiciously quiet and everything's going slightly too smoothly. That's where I'm at right now. Fisher doesn't have a map. There are websites. iSurvive has a map. So you could play official with the map on your phone. You could buy a paper map if you're really cool, like me. Let's skip that. You hope there's no landmines. There won't be. There won't be. They call me the metal detector because I'm so good at spotting stuff like landmines. Am I playing with Sunday tomorrow? No. Why, she's spreading rumours about a team-up. Ow. I'm gut feeling is this place is empty. Or we're about to get the biggest jump scare. They know, if they're upstairs, they know I'm here. But what they don't know is... By the way, have anyone seen any of those like YouTube short or TikTok edits? You see them of like Haaland and Harry Kane, or like Walter White and stuff. Why have I not got one? Something for you guys to think about. Here we go. Oh, don't like poking my gun through the thing. I never know how to do this thing. This bit, I never know whether to slowly walk or to sprint. I often sprint and end up standing on them. What I'm going to do. Oh, that chair. That chair. Okay. That peak mod is peak. That peak mod is created... by the... Oh, hang on a second. I might do something called the Gary Barlow technique. No. No, ignore that. It was going to be have a little patience, but he's got eyes, and they're good. I actually wanted to stay completely still because I thought maybe like a T-Rex he wouldn't see me. No, he's moved. Ah, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I think he was alone, and I think he was heading right to left. So that means there's a chance... I'm going to do something that... Oh! I have a plan. I have a plan. The plan involves him, I guess, getting curious and pushing in a minute. Thinking was that he would run past me, and I would get him not on the way up, but on the way down. It's the best I've got in my panic. Something a bit different. I wouldn't expect it to happen to me. I wouldn't say I'm a mastermind tactician. Like, I'm quite humble about that sort of thing. Sort of just sitting in the toilet. This is like more what I'd do like back at my old job. Just to kill a few minutes. Trivia time. We could do trivia while we're waiting. Okay, we could do trivia while we're waiting. Right. Trivia question. 300 likes. With 300 likes. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? He might just move on. But we're at a point now where he knows as much about me as I know about him. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to let it cool off and do a tiny bit of trivia. Right. Trivia question. If we hear footsteps, I'm not going to play the trivia music because I want to hear footsteps. First person to get this wins a point. And I have been keeping track of all the points, by the way. So, yeah. Here comes a question. Which of Shakespeare's plays is the longest? Which of Shakespeare's plays is the longest? I mean, good luck with that. Maybe just guess a Shakespeare play. Which of Shakespeare's plays is the longest? Guess a Shakespeare play. His foreplay, says Color. What are we waiting on? Need to crush someone into the dirt. Right, stop the clock. The winners are Rob Mack on YouTube and Ninja on Twitch. The answer is Hamlet. The answer is Hamlet. There you go. I have no like interest in additional facts for that. I just That's one of the players, and it's the longest one, apparently. So congratulations. You've both got a point on the leaderboard. Unfortunately, I can never show you the leaderboard or tell you an update on it, because it's sworn to secrecy, though. But yeah, 400 likes, so we'll do another one. So yeah, drop a like if you haven't already. If you're wondering what's happening, we're at the ATC on Chernarus, Northwest Airfield. I spotted a guy at the window, but he, to be fair to him, or her, very quickly spotted me back. And I flinched because recently I died getting shot out that window, and it was a big gut punch, so I didn't want to risk getting sniped. He might have like a scoped blaze or something. Some would say the leaderboard may not exist. Have I ever lied to you guys? Have I lied to you guys? Probably not. Probably. Thundertruck, good morning. If you haven't said hello in the chat, drop a hello. You're not tech savvy enough. How do I drop a like? Real simple. Real simple. If you're on YouTube and you're watching on your phone, smash the like button. If you're watching on PC, smash the like button. What's my favorite band? I'm one of those annoying people who would say they don't have one. Weirdly, I go to quite a lot of live music living up here, but it's the most random mix of stuff. Usually what I can, like, score a ticket off someone to go to see. So half of it, I don't even know who they are. That's running. Like, take that, for example. Although, to be fair, they put on a show. They put on a show. Surely this guy's not pushing and maybe lost interest in me a little bit. He's definitely not in the building. Oh. That's just a zombie running around, right? But yeah, everyone in the chat. Drop some music suggestions in the chat. Who are you listening to? Who's your favourite band? What have you been listening to recently? Everyone write down, like, who they've been listening to recently, and we will see if there's any overlap between you all. For example, Laylene has said Muse in the chat, and who was it that asked the question originally? Wild. Said Muse. Yeah, Wild said Muse. So already, you guys can go listen to Muse. System of a Down, MGK, Sammy Ray. I don't know half of these people. I know the ones I have read out. Gary Baker, Jungle Music. You left the door open so he think you ran out. That's fine, because someone else might come in. Chris Stapleton, I have heard of. Foo Fighters and the Fratellis, old school Kanye West. Placebo. Placebo reminds me of XFM. The Smiths. Nirvana. Avicii. The dulcet tones of Hound. Creed, Boney M, Tool. So I'm trying to listen into Morgan Wallace. I might have to leave here in a second. That's scary, because if I leave here, the tables have turned again. If I leave here, all of a sudden, he's got the advantage. Princess Morella. Yeah, what a... Can't go wrong with Metallica. Fall Out Boy. Very nice. I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to go for this. I'm going to leave. Here's a fun question, right? Let's see if we can brainstorm a solution to this. If you were the guy I shot at, what would you do next? Any plans for the footy Saturday? No, not really. I've looked at places in Manchester. They do a lot of view watch parties in Manchester. We've actually been invited as like content creators to Box Park in London. They have like a influencers section of Box Park, and it sounds really cool, and it'd be well up my street. But it's in London, and I'm now hours away. So to go there and watch Harlem score a hat-trick against us. So that would have been cool. Door camp, you would have legged it. Hidden, aiming at the door. But how can you hide and aim at the door in the Northwest Airfield? Surely you risk like getting shot yourself. I think I'm going to go out this door and then freestyle away. Let's see how that goes. I might even go out here. Although this is the way that he was, right? It was over there. But he was going right to left. I'm gonna do something which I like to call run over here. Thinking that he came from over here initially and he wouldn't double back on himself. That's the last thing he'll do. So maybe I could follow his footsteps safely. So far so good, because he was in there, right? And he came from over here. Something really nice about being solo, knowing that anything you see that moves, you can shoot without having to second guess yourself. Oh, zombie on a roof. That's interesting. You paint yourself into the background. That's good. Now, unless anyone is really, really keen to see me running in circles in the airfield until I die, I might actually use this as a jump-off point to go and get some better stuff. Maybe up at that castle. Basically, on this, I'll show you on a map, actually. On this, so we've ran so far. We've gone. What did we do? Electro up here. Took a right to Polka. Up here. Went through Starry. Went up here. Through here to where did we go? Basically, up here there's a quarry. I think it's here. That is where a lot of action happened, and there's some interesting stuff going on there. So I'm tempted to say that we go up there next. It's either that or run rings around the airfield. Leave or stay? Leave or stay? Leave or stay? I do feel like running around the airfield is almost like running around until you die, which is fun until you die, but it doesn't help me quest-wise at all. Right, there's no quest reason to be here, other than I think I need medical stuff. I also need to find what's it called, plane crashes. So what I might do is head directly north and start seeing if I can find a plane crash and or a medical for keys. So let's get out of here. It sort of involves following his footsteps ever so slightly. Maybe we do the castle along the way. Running around until you die could be another name for DayZ 2. Yeah, I'm surprised they... for DayZ. I'm surprised they went for DayZ 2. Could have gone with that. Hello from Texas. It was 105 Fahrenheit yesterday in Fort Worth. I recently... I can't remember it now. I relearned the calculation of Celsius to Fahrenheit. And I've forgotten it. But I do know that 105 Fahrenheit's hot. Do you know what to do with the planes? I mean, you can find a glow plug there, right? Is it the Sakau bunker? So there's two quests on here that run sort of like independent of each other. One of them is the oil rig key card thing, which we've done a few times, and I didn't really fancy the boat part of it today. So what I'm doing instead is the other quest, which involves going to medical locations to find a key, a briefcase key, then taking that key and finding a dynamic plane crash, not a helicopter crash, a plane crash, then opening the briefcase at the plane crash with your key to get a glow plug, then taking the glow plug to the quarry in Sverograd to get open it like the Sakau bunker, basically, to power it up with some gasoline and a glow plug. Obviously, it could already have a glow plug in. Often on Sakau that happened. So that's not a bad play. But I do remember the plane sort of, when we did find one, it was up in this sort of north corner. No cows. Should probably not have aggroed you. But don't quote me on any of that, because that's my quick little revision I did before the stream. Sounds right, but they often change stuff. But out of interest, if you've been playing DayZ recently, what have you been playing? Roleplay, Chernarus, Essica? What have you been playing? Because I'm all ears when it comes to new dead zombie. Dead zombie. And a player. Okay, this is what you've been training for. When I say training, I mean this is what your whole life has led to. If I had just had a... Oh, he's there. If I just had a normal Blaze Tundra with 308s in, just like a classic, I'd feel so much better. He was eating, so he's off guard. Let's do this. This is what we came to do, right? This is what we came for. This is what we came for. Was he following the tree line? Or was he following a road? I feel like he was following that dirt path. I'm going to be sort of weirdly aggressive here and full-on stalk this guy, I think. Unless he's sat in a bush. You're going to go big or go home. Ah, this is going to be frustrating because I couldn't tell you where they would have gone from here. We don't catch a glimpse of him in the next minute. I think he's long gone. Unless we can plot on a map where his next spot would be. He might be behind me in a bush. But if he's ahead of me running, I've got to keep pace. He's not running that tree line. He's not running behind me. I'm going to go up into that tree line and just follow it along and hope he reappears. Oh, he's so close. I can smell him. You just watched that IRL video, it was amazing. Do you know if Sour's going to upload his video soon? I didn't see Sour record anything the entire trip. I'd be surprised if he had a video. He took his camera, he took his like proper photo camera and took loads of photos, which I think he's already shared, but I didn't see him record anything. But if he's saying he's got a video, then he must do. Sorry, hang on. There's a car. Hello. Learn to drive. He might not be dead. He might not be dead. It looks like them as well. Right, I need to get out of here pretty quickly. Oh, wow. This was a big fish. I'm slightly nervous about how big of a fish this was. Actually, could have been. Talking about Sunday, that could have easily been Sunday. Just purely based off the driving. Punch card. Yeah, go on then. Go on then. Yeah. Why not? I'll have a punch card. Steal your bag. Right, I've not forgotten anything there, right? Everything cool? Everything got everything? Tactical leg holster. Any chance of there being stuff in the boot? No. Right, move. That was, I'm almost certain, that might have been, well, I don't know. Not only could that have been the guy I saw in that last town, but there's part of me that thinks it was also the guy I saw at the ATC. Okay. I didn't do great shooting there either, I'm not going to lie. It was kind of bad. But that's sort of my thing, right? Bad shooting. Kind of weird if I did good shooting. I have a feeling this gun... Oh, did he have a mag for that? Oh, did he have a mag for that? I have a feeling this gun is a, on this server at least, a bunker weapon. So I think he's been to a bunker already, but he still has a punch card. Oh, no, it doesn't go there. What does that go on? I'm going to keep that because it seems a bit fancy. Anything else I need from this guy? I think so, right? Patch that up. The punch card I got, right? I do feel like there's a chance he had a mag for the... That's what I was looking for all day, by the way. You can't see them, but the briefcase keys is what I'm looking for. But I'm almost certain that the punch card... I don't know now. Not 100% sure on the punch card. Slightly weirded out by that whole thing, but I think we're good. Cracked his scope, unfortunately. That. Do I go back and risk trying to get a mag for this? There's part of me that vaguely remembers him having one in his pocket. Do you know what? I don't think I'm going to go for it. If he had one, it would be in the gun. Oh, you think I go back for it? If this gets me killed, this is classic me. This is classic me. Drop the longhorn. Okay. If I die here, this is such a me thing to do. It's right by a big red car too, so it's not even... Oh, I like that. Okay. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I thought I had a VSD for a second. Hang on. No. Nothing doing. Let's get out of here. He says as he drops to the floor. We're going north, because north feels safe, although it is just where the gunshots came from. Let's go this way. Welcome in, everyone. Take the ATOG and put it on the VS. Ah, do you know what? As painful as it is to double back again, that does work. That's pristine, I like that. I don't even know what tree I was in. Forget it, forget it, forget it. I don't mind the crack scope. I don't mind the crack scope. I really do not want to die here. Unless it was this. It was this. Oh. Super, super jammy that the guy we were hunting for either found a car or had a car stashed the whole time and then crashed into a tree. There was a moment where actually He escaped the tree, and I thought he was going to drive too far away. But luckily, one of my random little shots uncunned him, or maybe just straight up killed him. So yeah, fortunate, very fortunate about everything that just happened. Although, you make your own luck, didn't you? We chased him. We chased him. If you don't buy a ticket, you won't win the raffle. Here's a quest. Have a great day, everyone. Appreciate that. PNIS. Glad I said it like that. Could have gone differently. Do you feel like the prey or predator right now? Predator, mate. Predator. You're looking at an apex predator, actually. Now I think about it. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Yep. Yep. Let's just navigate around this town. Literally around this town. See, this is what makes Chernarus, though. Like, as much as I was saying earlier about how quiet the runs can be, it all builds up to that, exactly what just happened there. I don't know if we've met one guy 3 times there. I started to think maybe we did. But, if you play Namalsk, you spawn in, you meet 10 people in the first hour, which is cool and fun, and you can blast 10 people and whatever. But there's something about Chernarus where you meet one person in 2.5 hours, but it just feels so much more meaningful. Trying to get my head around which part of the quest I've just skipped. I've definitely skipped... I don't know, because he didn't have a glow plug. I've definitely skipped part of the quest. I've got a punch card, but what is a punch card on here? Does anyone know the answer to that? What do I do with a punch card on here? So I know what I do with briefcase keys, but I don't know if the punch card is in the briefcase. You know what I'm saying? Take it to the bunker. The problem is, I think there's about 7 potential key card, punch card opportunities. I'm guessing it gets me into the quarry bunker. Campass, if you know, you probably know what server I'm on. I'm trying to do, well, let me show you. Use it to punch people. Okay. You jump in a tree and I'll show you exactly what I've got, and maybe someone can tell me where best to take it. I just killed a guy who had these, you can't see them, but they're briefcase keys, and this badly damaged punched card. I was intending on doing the quarry bunker, but I have a feeling this is for like a bunker by Sinistock. Is that right? In which case, can I just go to Sinistock? Why are they called punch cards anyway? They're actually called punched cards, and it's, I guess, because you punch, you stamp into them, don't you? Like you, these little things. They're punch holes. Maybe. I don't know, I'm not expert on anything. Use them for clocking in and out, yeah. Back in the day. A hole gets punched into it. There you go. There you go. But yeah, I guess Do you know what? I'm going to go grab a drink. I'm going to go grab a drink. So you talk amongst yourself about what I'm doing next. Brainstorm some ideas of where I should go next. And then I'll come back and I'll pick the best idea and do it. That's for the large bunker on the hill. Need Cinestock. I think you need the quarry doodah stuff to get in all of it. But you're saying I could go in a bunker just for that punch card. Maybe that's tempting enough. Anyway, I'm grabbing a drink. Back in a second. Grab us a drink too, please. What drinks would you like? Quickly. I don't have many options. But yeah, back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Anyone else collecting those World Cup cups from McDonald's? Nah, me neither. Me neither. Oh, these people's drinks orders. Coffee and chocolate syrup. Very nice. Orange mocha frappuccino. You're giving me Starbucks flashbacks. Mocha frappuccino, watermelon, Arizona. A cold beer. Thought about it. I did sit in the fridge. Anyone know the name of the snow map they're playing yesterday? That wasn't me. That was John and Miss Vix on the Mask. Why was I AFK? I would not be answering personal questions, Catalina. I will not be answering personal questions. You just had a nice coffee. Very nice. I was getting a drink. Okay, so Cinestock. Is it weird to see me like doing like quite productive stuff? It feels a bit weird. So Cinestock is on the west. Maybe we just go for it. Maybe we just go for it. West. Problem is I'm stuck right where I don't want to be. I might go north and round. This whole area just Not for me right now, not for me. Have you ever had a Fago? No, I don't think so. We do have a lot of shops that sell, like, I'm guessing that's American or Canadian. I'm familiar with it, but I've never had it. I shouldn't really be going across this clearing like this. If you're watching on YouTube and you haven't dropped a like yet, double check, drop a like. We appreciate every like. If I could shout out all the likers, I would, but we don't actually get told who's liked. But we appreciate it. You should loot Grashino. The problem is, this is exactly where I've had multiple fights. Shot a lot of guns. So I kind of just want to clear out. Taking a leaf from guards, bush. I was about to say, he does know every bush. So he would know a lot about leaves. Prof, welcome in. Yeah, if you haven't said hello in the chat as well, say hello. And we have a lot of people who are like the regulars. We have a lot of regulars in the chat. You'll recognise a lot of them just because they have familiar names. But it's always nice to see people who may be here for the first time ever. We appreciate you as well. Hello from Hot Swindon. The Swindon lot are little slugs. That is a office reference. Is it weird that you only drink tea, coffee and water and that's it? No. I mean, to be honest, it sounds quite healthy. Depending on how much coffee you're drinking. You might be one of them. Yes, on Twitch it tells me. It actually tells me if it's your first time chatting. So Swedish, first time chatter. Fruit Box from South Australia, first time in. Creamy from sunny Jersey, very nice. Yeah, I do recognise a lot of your names. You're not going to get away with pretending to be new on YouTube. Do you prefer woodland tree green style maps or dusty desert style maps? Woodland green maps. Typically. Can Nasdara break the trend?
It's longer but only 10 on this account. Winking face emoji. Love ya.
Wind, thank you very much. 10 months. Longer but only 10 on this account. Love you. Thank you very much, Wind. Appreciate it. New Jersey, the corn state. It's actually from Jersey, UK. But also probably known for corn, yeah. That's a fun game, though. If you're from somewhere in the chat, write where you're from, and I'll tell you either. Oh, I'll tell you what. Write where you're from and what it's known for, and I'll tell you if I knew it or if I know it for something else. So, for example, I can't remember what the actual corn state is, if there is one. But yeah, write where you're from and then what it's most known for. Subby, welcome in. Ben Arnold's on a lunch break. Every day feels like a new day here. It's a good thing. You're from Lecoq, and it's known for Harry Potter. Bristol, Aardman Animations. Or the Mod HQ. What? Prague, beer. Nebraska is the corn state. Sweden, ABBA, Volvo, Saab. South Australia, West End beer. And Snowtown, murders. Manchester, the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. New Zealand, Lord of the Rings. New Mexico, Green Chili, Bugs Bunny making a wrong turn, Breaking Bad. Lyme Regis, and your name's Fossil. I've been to Lyme Regis many times. Lovely place. And yeah, I guess partly known for fossils on the Jurassic Coast. Perth, Australia, known for being the most isolated city on Earth. Pittsburgh, steel mills, Brazil, cheese and hearty food. Springfield, Massachusetts is the home of basketball. Swindon is known for the Magic Roundabout. Oh, Ministry of Defense. I thought, Sleepless, you were claiming the mod squad was based there because you were like, you declared yourself mod HQ. But yeah, it makes more sense, Ministry of Defense. Iowa is the corn state. Jersey is known for raw potatoes. Yeah, Manchester's definitely most famous for probably me and then like Oasis and stuff like that. Definitely. Waiting for the murals. Lou, are you Lou from Twitch on YouTube? That didn't feel right. Oh, mushroom. My partner and I watch you from Brisbane, Queensland. Known for the best rugby team in the world, the Maroons, and we're known for hosting the worst Olympics games in history. Right, I can probably afford... No, not quite. St. Helens is famous for glass. I heard you remember all of our jobs. Of course I remember all of your jobs. I remember everything about you all. Lou, there's another Lou. There's another Lou on YouTube with an almost identical name. I guess it's just a similar great minds think alike. Nottingham is known for Robin Hood. Is this near vanilla or not at all? In many ways it's near vanilla, but in some other ways I guess it's not at all. Catalina, welcome in. Oh, not welcome in, thank you. And I guess welcome in. Big time gunshots off to the right. I'll tell you what's another fun game. And it seems like I'm just fishing for information now. I promise you I'm not. Talking about people's names or what they are their names. What's everyone's actual first name? Not username. Actual first name. Right, up over here. Where did you last play Vanilla Chernarus and build a base? Vanilla Chernarus and build a base? Almost can't remember when. Aaron, Jason, what was that? Did I just say something? Glenn, Dan, Sheena, Rob, Michael, Greg, Tyler, Calvin, Logan, Felix, Kevin. See, it's fun knowing everyone's actual name. I saw the subscribe button. Okay, over we go. Your name is Vitruvius. Trent. Tomato. What's everyone's mother's maiden name and first pet's name? No, we don't need to know that. If you do want to DM me that information, you can, though. You want to know anything about me? Do you have a solo game name? Or is it just FS George? It's kind of weird having a duo channel. It's actually kind of weird. Because whenever we do anything like a tweet, or a YouTube post, or an Instagram post, it's weird. It's like running a core company social media. Quite weird. It's like, you know, Tesco doing a tweet. It's weird to not have like an identity. I'm just George from Freshspawns, which takes some getting used to. Nanabis212, thank you for the prime sub. Schoolboy DM'd you yesterday. Maybe you've just woken up from a heavy night out, but happy birthday for yesterday. And I invited you to do something this evening if you're free. Yeah, Schoolboy's birthday yesterday, so hit him with a happy birthday. Is it like sharing a shower stall? Is it like sharing a shower? It's not what I would have compared it to, but in many ways, yeah, it's exactly like that. But what I mean is, I don't have like a. I'm just George. I don't have like a. I don't have a username other than Freshspawns. Where am I from? From the south of England, living in Manchester. How did you get into YouTube? I've been making YouTube videos since YouTube probably launched, but not publicly. And then in 2020, John and I were playing DayZ anyway, and we started to make a proper effort of like a public YouTube account. Not a bad idea, Silly. Actually, I don't think he's got like the greatest press nowadays. Goodbye, just asked if you're around later to play Mecha Chameleon. 7 PM UK time. What was my first gamer tag? What was my first gamer tag? I was trigger happy. I was trigger happy for a long time. I had a short period where I was Oi Oi Savaloy. But no, trigger happy. I liked the TV show and it made sense because I used to play like COD, I guess. So yeah, trigger happy. Love from Hungary. Shout out to Hungary. Right. Let's go up and over. In the clearing. Yeah, Schoolboy, that's the one. You joked, Saluko, but not a million miles off that. If everyone wants to drop their first ever username in the chat, that'd be a laugh. Trivia at 400. Are we at 400? We could do it. We could do it. If you're wondering what I'm doing in game, I'm trying to get round the airfield without going through it. Because I don't need to go through it, and I need to be going west, but I ended up east. You seeing Dom Jolly on your tour soon? Very nice. Oh. Felt like I just saw something in the corner of my eye there. Does everyone like these Chernarus runs? All I've done is run for 3 hours across Chernarus, doing absolutely nothing interesting. I killed one guy, which is kind of good, which is at least a slight payoff, but are we cool with these runs where I'm just talking and running through the woods? I know this is DayZ and that is what it is, but sometimes I can't help but think this can't be that interesting to watch. Running across Chernarus is like meditating. Yeah, I don't mind doing it, like playing it, but you guys are going to watch me play it. I'll balance it out with, what's the day today? Tomorrow's Friday, so that's me and John. Maybe we'll do duo... something... Duo Namausk or Duo Essica or something crazy to balance it out. I mean, I am doing a bunker run, so there is like a purpose. As a DayZ purist, yeah, I mean, this is what DayZ is. Sometimes I catch myself thinking, just running. But then you could say that about, like, I don't know, movie or something, like a movie. What's a movie where people are just doing something? Can't think of it actually. Why don't you play DayZ roleplay servers? Suggest me a good DayZ roleplay server and we'll be all over it. Like ants on a picnic. But we're struggling to find anything that lives up to like Vigans or Stalker roleplay that we used to play. But we've not really looked into it that much. The Long Walk, exactly. Although I did fall asleep watching that on a plane. Do you think England's going to beat Norway? Do I think England's going to beat Norway? Do I think England are going to beat Norway? I think England are going to beat Norway. I was more scared of the Mexico match because of the build-up and because of the altitude and the Azteca and the record that Mexico have had. But we came through that. On paper, Norway wouldn't scare me, except for the fact that this World Cup, they are absolutely flying, and Haaland is an absolute monster. And I actually kind of love Haaland, and I like the whole Norway team. So, do I think we could lose? We definitely could lose. Do I think Haaland will score? I think Haaland will definitely score. Do I think that we can outscore them? Yeah, why not?
Keep up running. Just don't look behind. It's just a pass. Greeting out of Austria from a Dutch guy.
Make 62681. Thank you very much for the €10. Keep up running. Just don't look behind. It's just a past. Greeting out of Austria from a Dutch guy. Thank you very much. Shout out to the Dutch and to Austria. And thank you very, very much for the support. Appreciate it. Did I go to Essex? What do you mean? I've never been to Essex. Maybe I've been there like once. You're going to bet on DraftKings right now? Bet on... well, no, I'm not going to encourage you to bet on something I said. But I'm feeling another 3-2 England. Okay, right. Sorry, I'm locking in for navigating. If we win the World Cup, you'll do a 24-hour stream. Unfortunately, well, I was about to say I think France are going to walk it. But they didn't walk it against Paraguay, but Paraguay were being pretty nasty. Okay, right. We're heading over towards what is hopefully a bunker at Sinistock. What am I being called out for now? Not me. What? Oh, you didn't... If I see a question in the chat, I will assume it's for me. I apologise. I know that probably sounds super arrogant, but I did see a question that says, have you been to Essex? If you win the World Cup, you're going to buy everyone here a pint. Okay, we'll hold you to that. Pint of what? Oh, also, did we hit 400 and I didn't do a trivia? Let's do that now. Let's do that right now. Right, trivia time. I think we hit... 400 maybe? Check. Well, let's see if the music plays. It means we have. Oh, yes, we have. Trivia time. 400 likes. Fourth trivia question of the day. It's a science one. It's a science one for all you science people out there. Which ocean? No, not really. What is the scientific term for the little brain at the base of the brain that coordinates movement and balance? Hang on, let me read that again. What is the scientific term for the little brain at the base of the brain that coordinates movement and balance? Does that make sense to everyone? What is the scientific term for the little brain at the base of the brain that coordinates movement and balance? Just name a part of the brain. Name a part of the brain. Let's see who's got the biggest brain. Sounds like something Anne Robinson would say. Let's see who's got no brain at all. I can say, stop the clock. Twitch, you've been frozen out. No correct answers on Twitch. But we do have correct answers on YouTube. And just double checking. The winner is Crumpet Snatcher with the correct answer. Just double check. Cerebellum. 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 And Crumpet Snatcher wins. Congratulations, Crumpet. I wouldn't have got that. So, yeah, nicely done. Nicely done. Oh! If that's a... I don't know whether to go for that or not. Do I go for that? I don't see any zombies, but I don't see any dead zombies. But yeah, drop a like if you haven't already. 500 likes, we'll do another one. If we get to 600 likes, we'll do another one. I've got tons more questions to catch up on here, so I seem to be drifting towards this heli crash. I don't see any living or dead zombies. I don't know what that means, to be honest. You going for a Pino dying at the heli crash? I'm not going to die at a heli crash. I only die in epic ways. I've never ever died at a heli crash. I have a horrible, horrible feeling about this. So much so that I don't even think I want to look at it. Thought I just saw movement down there in that Christmas tree. Whatever. KA-74. Oh dear. What was that? I mean, some people rave about the KA-74. Some something about an SKS that I just feel so comfortable with. Let me have a think about this. Do you know what I mean? An SKS with a PU just is a great all-rounder. What is that? A Groza optic. Right. Yeah. Right. Interesting. I do have... Roland Sausage, thank you very much for the membership. I mean, if I found myself in a bunker about to fight someone, then I'd be like, ah, you know what? Maybe I do want a KA-74. Should you put salt and pepper on a sandwich? Finally, some good questions. I once watched a video of Gordon Ramsay making a sandwich, and he said, always salt and pepper your sandwiches. So from that point on, I do season sandwiches. I mean, it depends on the sandwich. If I'm having a Marmite sandwich, I'm not putting salt and pepper on it. But, yeah, is my answer. I do season sandwiches. And don't at me, at Gordon Ramsay. And I'd love to see you tell Gordon Ramsay to his face that you disagree with him. I would love to see that. Just salt and pepper in bread, nothing else. No. No. Not having a salt and pepper sandwich. I'm saying it's additional seasoning to whatever sandwich you're having. Obviously not if you're having a chocolate spread sandwich. If anyone's got any interesting food takes. If anyone's, in fact, let's open it up to hot takes. Any hot take. Doesn't have to be food related. Any hot take. Drop your hot takes in the chat. And then we'll rank it on like the Nando's scale. Whether it's like extra hot or it's like lemon and herb or whatever. What's the best pistol in my opinion? Hang on, you distracted me immediately there. If a Longhorn is a pistol, then I'll say I like a Longhorn. Because it's got personality. I don't think it's the best, because if you're raiding a building or whatever, you'd actually want like a FNX with all the trimmings. But, still, Longhorn. Hot take, George is better than John. Right, so the fact you've done that as a hot take, the fact... then that you've said hot take, George is better than John, means that you think it would be surprising to think that I'm better than John. Which, in a way, makes me feel like it's not a compliment. Cake is overrated. I agree with cake is overrated. Eggs over milk in mashed potatoes. But I'm trying to get somewhere slightly safer than this before I keep waffling too much. George is a PvP god. That shouldn't be a hot take, because once again, that is implying that most people would think that I'm not. Hot take, Pele was rubbish. His 3 career highlights were all when he ended up missing the goal. I don't know, if you put Pele in the Premier League today, I don't think he'd be the best player, but then again, he didn't have the benefit of all the science and coaching and all that stuff that we have today, so maybe he would, because he would have adapted. I don't know. Chocolate is overrated. Chocolate is overrated. Chocolate is overrated. Chocolate's pretty good. Tiramisu sucks. I don't love tiramisu, so, you know, I'm on board with that. I don't know if it sucks, but I definitely wouldn't order a tiramisu. Pineapple on pizza is wonderful. Small talk is unnecessary and tedious. That's an interesting one. So you think, like, if you are on public transport, you're not gonna have any chats to anyone. I guess that's probably true. I don't mind small talk, though. Something nice about nice small talk. Let me see if I can just have a drink quickly. Oh, brilliant. Nice work. Good planning, mate. Good planning. Empty bottle. Nice. Have some of this. Some of this. Where's your knife gone? Did you bring a knife? We actually did. Nice. You'd hate it if someone tried talking to you on a bus. We went to get our car washed. Or we splashed out and had the interior cleaned as well. And we had a lady come sit with us. And she was... I mean, there's small talk and then there's big talk. She was just... For like 10-15 minutes, we had to entertain a lot of small talk. Sometimes it's nice. It depends on the person, doesn't it? Canteen on the belt. Ah, yeah, but the problem is none of it's clean. None of it's clean. So I'm reading all your hot takes now. Savory over sweet. People act like they hate small talk, but no one ever wants to discuss quantum physics or how time dilation works. Wild. How does time dilation work, and what does it mean? Hot take, England doesn't have boring food. England doesn't have boring food. I feel like England has the opinion of the world is that England has, like, we still have, like, medieval food, right? Is that what you think about us? Our food is, like, still what you think of when you think of medieval food, which I kind of get, because it's kind of true. Okay. Sorry, what was I doing? I was heading towards Sinistock. And that's just to the west. Pottage, exactly. Pottage. Right. I survive. Food that keeps you warm as you don't catch the plague. Yeah. I mean, there is some truth to that, because a lot of it is like pies. Pies have been around for ages. Potatoes. Been around for ages. That sort of stuff. Right. We want to just head west until, like, it just dries up, basically. Jellied eel. Yeah, that sort of stuff. Sorry, what was time dilation? If you have a twin and send the twin on a spaceship at the speed of light, when your twin returns, they are younger than you are. Time dilation. Okay, I want to entertain this for a second. So I understand that, because I've heard, I don't know, Brian Cox talking about it. So your twin is on... Oh, there's the thing, by the way. Your twin is on something traveling at the speed of light. But I have a question for you. If you and your twin were both counting out loud, going 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You and your twin are both doing that for a year. Then your twin comes back down to Earth. Is your twin... Now, okay, imagine you do it for 20 years, somehow. And so you've both counted the exact same amount of numbers out loud. But then you come back down to Earth. Is your twin visibly 20 years younger than you? I apologize for opening a can of worms there. you wouldn't count the same amount. So hang on. So let me think about that. So you would get more numbers in because they are traveling faster. They would come down sooner, so they'd get to a lower number than you, and therefore less time has passed. Talk amongst yourself. I don't think I can think about that much more right now. I'm supposed to be locking in. Oh, maybe we can. Server restart. That's interesting, though. That's interesting. Foxy Granny, welcome in. This is a world and we're living it. We are. Yeah, actually, yeah. That is true. Let's all try and blow each other's minds for just during this server restart. Let's just try and blow each other's minds. If you can blow someone else's mind with a fact or something, time is relative. Is that because they're twins and they're related? Sleepless. I should read out. The word gullible is not in the dictionary. What? Let me check. I don't hear that reading out, Sleepless, so I'm going to have to read it out. First of all, thank you very much for the tier 3. That is huge. And thank you for your support in the mod squad. Despite what the other mods say, I think you're a cracking moderator. Time dilation. The closer you get to the speed of light, the slower time moves for you. So someone outside your reference frame would see you start to count slower and slower as you approach light speed. I understand all of those words individually. Thank you very much. I'll go and watch Neil deGrasse Tyson chatting to Brian Cox. About it. But I'm interested. Time dilation. The furthest star away we can see is 28 billion light years away, even though the universe is only 13.8 billion years old. We can only see it because the light we see came from when it got here 900 million light years away before the universe expanded so much. Okay. Is Neil deGrasse Tyson not good? Brian Cox is coming to Manchester and doing a speech. I was going to look at getting tickets for that. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. I was going to do the shark fact. That there's some sharks that are older than like 400 years old or something, but it doesn't seem that mind-blowing now compared. I feel like we need to do an evening stream one day and just get real deep. Who wants a deep evening stream where we can just like sit by a campfire and just get into all sorts? Luco's been watching the Harry Hill podcast. Oh, I might need to inject myself. All your streams are evening streams unless you're in Australia. Yeah. I forget that we're not all in the same time zone sometimes. Right, if you just want to, like a recap back into DayZ and what we're up to. We're going on a quest. There's multiple quests on this server. But I killed a guy who had a punched card. And the punch card is for this bunker. A bunker that I actually had no intention of going to today. But since we found a punch card, why not? So we are about to go check out a bunker, hopefully, unless we get killed or I guess really killed. It's the only thing. So we're actually doing some stuff. We're actually achieving. I might check in with Battle Squatch in his moon map after all this space talk. Makes me want to go to the moon. I think I can go down and round. What's my favourite military base to loot? Do you know what? I don't think I've ever been asked that before. It's kind of interesting. My favourite military base to loot. Hang on, I think I've messed up. Is that gas? Is that fog? Fog. I've heard any more about the moon map. That looks gassy. No, it doesn't. No, it's still in development. Hopefully gonna have a run round on there at some point, whenever it's playable. Right, here we go. Here we go. Now, today's gone far too smoothly. Something bad is inevitably going to happen here. There's no way we just walk into this. Just cut. Is it gas? It's gas. I've just punched. It's gas. Right? Is it gas? Is it gas? Oh, it's gas. Oh, what a waste of a punch card. That's ridiculous. If I'd known that, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have put the key card in it. Is it definitely gas? Yeah, it's definitely gas. Oh, that's such a shame. Oh dear. That's bad. That's bad. I don't know if that's always been a thing. I've been in there before with no gas mask. Been in there before with no gas mask, I'm sure of it. That must be a new, more recent thing. Part of me wants to sprint through and see if it's all gas, but I'm guessing it is all gas. Oh, well, I did say something bad was going to happen. At least we're alive. There's some stuff to loot around here. Ooh, should I do that? Come on. Ah, maybe this isn't... That might not be designed to be Gunner. Welcome in, Huey. Alright, well, I don't know what was supposed to be in there, but unfortunately, punch card ruined. Luckily, that was a bonus punch card. It wasn't actually, that was like a... Oh, no! That was like a freebie punch card. Just a shame that I blew it. Just a shame that I blew it. Do you reckon you can get up there? Drink bottle and make a makeshift gas mask. If you mean gas filter, I'd still need a gas mask, unfortunately. I was packing NBC, I just didn't think I'd need it for this one. Oh well, oh well. You live and learn, you live and learn. My best bet now would be to just kill someone who's here with the right stuff. Let's go have a look over this town. Just a quick one, by the way. First of all, drop a like if you're watching on YouTube. Second of all, what do you want to see from us on our channel over the next few weeks? We're now back from our trip. We've done all of the experimental stuff. We've done all of the Badlands stuff. We've made our real life video. We're back to just, we're back to not really knowing exactly what to do next in terms of like what you want to see from us. So it's a good time to suggest some ideas. George Facecam, I've told you, I have it set up and ready earlier this week. So it's basically Facecam's ready. It's just absolutely sweltering in this room over the next few days. So I thought, I don't really want to sit here like a sweaty mess. But I have got it ready. So, I mean, that's something. Set up a fish shop on a roleplay server. But you can also feel free to say, no Facecam, we hate Facecam. Because some of you guys definitely hate Facecam. You want to see us play with Brian Cox? I'd love to play with Brian Cox. I don't think he'd be super interested in playing with us, unfortunately. An actual Lantia attempt, a proper Lantia run, Deer Isle quest. Return to New Game Wednesdays. Katiak team up would be cool. We spent a lot of time hanging out with Kate in Prague. I think we are due a run. We did talk about this though. The only reason we probably never bumped into Kate very much is because our time slots couldn't be further apart. But we can meet in the middle somewhere. But yeah, shout out to Katiak. Katiak is loads of fun, and we got on really well with Kate. So we should, when we played Mecha Chameleon with her earlier this week, but we should definitely do a proper DayZ team up. An IRL Freshspawns trip to see Brian Cox live. That's... Oh, look at this. A bicycle. But it's parked up right next to a house. Hello? I know you're in there. Are you friendly? Are you friendly? Hello? I am friendly. Are you? Started off as a bit of a joke, and now my gut, for some reason, actually believes there's someone in this room. There's not. There's definitely not. But I've now convinced myself that there is. There actually might be. Hang on a second. This could go wrong. Why do I now think there's someone in there? No. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. I can't hear anything. I should probably move pretty quick. I don't know why, but I thought I heard little inventory noises from in there. With the bike being outside, I actually genuinely thought there was someone in there. And I didn't want to die. Right, I just got to run away. Right, we probably want to head east from here. Which is exactly not this way. Straight across that clearing or up and above. Do I want the bike? Do you not think the bike's just going to get me killed? Bike or no bike? Bike or no bike? That is the question. Is John joining tonight? You know as much as me. You know as much as me. I've heard nothing, so I assumed no, but... No bike. You'd take it. It would get me where I want to be quicker, but it would probably get me where I want to be dead. Bikes on here are fun. Ah, I do need a fountain. I can't go to a fountain. I've just chucked a grenade. Can I? Maybe I can. Where was that? House. No, if it's right there, I can't. Okay, I'm moving. Oh! Oh, no, that's like a little graphical thing. Can I get fruit? Just a bunch of apples, please. Could have checked this. I could have checked, if I was really good at the game, I could have just checked this for fruit to determine whether he was there or not. I don't know if that works 100%, but could have given an indication. Right, away we go. So out of interest, those of you that play Chernarus quite a lot, is this how your Chernarus runs go? How much luck or not luck do you usually have on Chernarus? Is this your classic Chernarus experience, in your opinion? Oh, running into a tree. I need to stop and drink some dirty water. Walk past the bush and get shot. You never die, you're a survivor usually. Well, I haven't really come... Well, I don't want to jinx it, but I haven't really had any scrapes with death. I guess one guy shot at me. That was about it. What I want to see, my dream is to just see someone doing what I'm doing right now. Easy pickings. Why do I never get easy pickings? Once in my life, just give me an easy kill. On a guy who has all of the endgame stuff. He once completed it and the guy said, no professionals. That actually happened during the Badlands playtest. We all sat down at the computers and we started playing, and like literally within 5 minutes, Marks comes over and goes, sorry mate, no professionals. I said, I'm not a professional. He said, you should be. With looting like that, you could be one of the best DayZ players of all time. I said, I am already, actually. So that was pretty cool. Tizzy's usually the best place to find a fight. So on this server, it's slightly different because there's so much quest stuff going on. It's not typical, right? So there's all of the boat stuff. So already, like, take 10 people, put them out to sea. Then you've got the key cards, which are like in Zeleno, Green Mountain, all of these like inland locations. Then you've got the quest I'm doing, which is based around the end location of Sverograd Quarry. Then you've got whatever that Sinistock one is, which I don't even know how that connects to the quests, actually. So what I'm saying is, normal Chernarus has none of that. No quest, nowhere to be, except maybe Northwest Airfield and then Tizzy. Then, this one has it all, basically. So, yeah, there's more reason for people to be spread out. See you later, Niblock. Mark said I was a sloppy looter. I think I've got better at looting, can I just say? I'm really good at the game now. Really good. Really good. Just having a dip. Just cooling off in the just cooling off in there for a little bit. Cooling off in the fountain with the canteen in my hand. To be fair, George has been looting really good today. I feel like parents' evening with comments like that. George has really, really upped his looting game recently. We've had a lot of conversations in the past about how bad he is at looting, but he's come on leaps and bounds recently. He's almost caught up with the reception kids. I desperately need a water. I know there's a fountain in the next town. I've really applied myself to looting. He's really trying, you could tell he's really trying his best when it comes to looting. which is really promising to see. He's not quite there yet. It's not quite there yet. Must try harder. PvP. I've nearly got my gun license. You know, you get a pen license for handwriting. They've nearly allowed me to not use rubber slugs and to actually like use proper rounds. I'm sort of gonna blank everything except the fountain now. I could go for the heli crash. I could go for the heli crash. Why not? Why not? When in Rome and all that. I think it's pretty much where the fountain is anyway. George can do better, but he needs to want to do it. Where is this heli crash? What's all that about? Is that normal? I've not seen that before. Did you get my red? No, I didn't get my buckshot thing sorted. I was going to test it today. I didn't bring it up to anyone. But I should. Or I should at least double check it. Right. I believe we're looking at a fountain over here, is that right? Right. This could end really badly, but I need to do it. Best of luck, everyone. Ah. Too much screen time. Has anyone got kids, first of all? And second of all, has anyone... There's a new law, right? At least in the UK, where you can't... Oh, you sleepless. Are you having a laugh, mate? Didn't even get me. I was going to run over there anyway. I was literally just planning to run over there and run back. So you didn't even get me. No, nicely done. Whatchamacallit? Under 16-year-olds can't... There's a social media ban, or there's a social media... What is it? What's the rule? And is anyone, like, how do they enforce that? Or, like, is that a thing? Is that happening? You drink this. Double dipping, risky move, but I'm going to do it. Because, I mean, I don't have kids, but I'm guessing that if you're an adult, you can control how much screen time you have because, like, you can think rationally. I mean, some people can't. I think social media addiction's probably very real. But if you're a kid... You just want to be on your iPad, right? I've got nieces and nephews, and like they just want to be on their iPad playing Roblox. Oh, I could go in here, but I don't know how they police it, and I don't know how it works. Feeling that. I still need to find a plane crash for the keys that I've got. I pulled the trigger and got DayZ and the DLCs and experimental. Very nice indeed. Out of interest, if you've just got DayZ and all of that stuff, what are you enjoying the most? What are you enjoying the most? as well chug this. And it's not bound on screen time? Like, does it stop kids playing video games, or is it like a social media ban? So you can play as much DayZ as you like. Is that right? And it's just a social media ban? What's social media nowadays? Is Xbox Live social media? You played Armor. What do you think of the mechanics compared to this? I had a really hard time adjusting to Reforger. I think if you play Armor, and that's your thing, and you've always played Armor, you'd probably have a hard time adjusting to DayZ, but I find it really not intuitive and slow, and I know DayZ's not known for being any of those things, but it might just be that I'm used to this, but I found it really hard to adjust to Reforger. But I'm sure if I spent more time doing it, it'd be good. Kids will be hanging out on LinkedIn. Oh, a red helmet. A thumper. Hang on a second. A blaze. Hang on. What do I want here? Do I want a blaze, or do I want a VS89? I know that, considering the fact that I'm probably not going to get a VS89 mag, or do I want a triple carrier? What is in this? Oh, YOLO. Take a boat. If I could electrically repair my scope or find a new one, I do feel much better about having a blaze. Do any of you guys play Armor? Which Armor do you play and what do you play on it? Like I said, we made a few Armor friends when we were away. Shout out to MB, 93, 96, Task Force Gaming. We hung out with a lot of the Armor devs and community managers and stuff. So the Armor guys are really cool. And we have an opportunity to play more Armor. Obviously with Armor 4 coming as well, like it makes sense to get involved in the Armor scene. So who wants to see more Armor from us, and what do you want to see us do specifically? Because we could play Armor like how it's meant to be played, or we could play Armor. There's loads of different servers. Obviously, you've got DayZ servers, Battle Royale servers. It's all cross-play too. So if there's a good server, we could do a what do you call it? A community event on there, like Battle Royale, yeah. Thank you, Reese. Reese Elliott Thomas. You gotta be from Wales, right, Reese? Gotta be. Operator Drewski collab? I'd be surprised if Operator Drewski has even heard of us. But we'd love to. You were so good against the circle. Yep. Learn to fly attack choppers with John on Armor. Could be good. Could be good. Have you signed up for the Arden playtest? Yes. Yeah, any new stuff will definitely be all over. Oh, that's fun. I like them. Okay. 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 Been watching for almost 3 years. Well, we've only been doing this since 20... I guess we've been doing it 6 years now. Which kind of seems crazy. 6 years. 6 years. Right, hunting optic, please. It's not much to ask for, is it? Hunting optic? Hunting optic. Hunting optic. You like Will from Work? I did reach out to Will from Work for a collab, but I had to go via email because he didn't have any other way to reach out to him. So I don't think I ever got a reply. Oh, closed door. Minecraft series by Syndicate. I saw Syndicate IRL recently. When is the world tour resuming? Good question. I'm just trying to think because we have it all planned out. I'm just trying to think of when we said that was resuming. Sometime soon, I think. That's what we said. Oh, look at that. Sometime soon. It's all meticulously planned out. I just can't remember the exact dates for that thing in particular. But in all seriousness, we do want to continue it. There just needs to be a lull, because if we fully commit to a world tour and then something juicy drops and we've got to like juggle both, we just need a lull. Or we need to do it like one a week or something. I think more likely what we'll do... I want to talk to John about doing a Lantia week. I just feel like that's bite-sized, achievable thing we could lock in on. Lantia week. And just dedicate a few streams, even if we fail miserably. If we fail miserably... Another fountain there. At least we've... You know... Had a... We've dipped our toe. We've had a bit of a swim around. We've swam back to the edge. We've... You know, the wave machine has started. We're a little bit thrown off by it. Maybe we get out and we just have some food instead. But at least we've tried it. Or maybe we absolutely nail it and we go to Lantia. I don't know. The actual question there is more a question of... If we really wanted to do Lantia, I think we could if we were boringly sensible and picked a dead server, right? That would make Lantia really achievable. We could do it. We could probably cruise through it at our own pace, and there would be like nothing stopping us. But we don't like doing things like that. So we're always going to pick a busy server, and I think busy server's going to be the problem. Busy server's what's going to get us... Ooh. Want that. Busy server's what's going to get us restarting Lantia Run over and over again. Oh, I had a pox antidote. I didn't even realise. Take that. But yeah, has anyone done Lantia? If you're in the chat and you've done Lantia, I'd love to hear how many fights you had, if you did a busy server or not, how many fights you had during your Lantia run. John says he doesn't want to, as in he doesn't want to do Lantia. He does want to do Lantia. Lantia is one of them things where... Go and show over that. It's like a badge of honor, right? You can't be a DayZ streamer with probably thousands of hours on the mouse, but not have done Lantia. Fancy is a month-long effort. We'd probably speed run it. We're excited for a Badlands map, of course. Yeah. Why are you not done yet? Feel so at home with a blaze. Maybe World Tour streams between your touching grass streams. To be fair to us, I know we haven't posted on touching grass, but we did just post an IRL video. So, you know, that's got to get us some, what's the word? Cut us a bit of slack. Pick a quiet server, don't tell anyone. Yes, 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 yes. We could do that. We could be like, this is a full server. Yeah, I like the sound of that. But actually, we couldn't live with ourselves is the problem. So I'm pretty sure the quarry is just up ahead. Hey George, in the UK, was Shaun of the Dead movie really popular? Us Americans love that movie. The answer is yes. And it might be, especially as a teenager, it was my favourite movie ever. I had it on DVD and I used to rewatch it all the time. It's definitely very popular. Yeah. John says he's getting a new DayZ partner. Is he now? Who's this new DayZ partner going to be? This is like, who's a duo that have split and then tried to do something independently? Can't think of one, actually. He's making a channel with Miss Fix, is he? Right, applications are officially open. Right. Well, I suppose on that bombshell, finding out John's going solo, I got some thinking to do. So I'm going to call it here. I do have this character banked for what I think is a quest just across there, but I think I also need a glow plug. So either way, we're going to call it here. We had, I would say, a successful run. I mean, we didn't die. That's got to count for something, right? So, yeah, we'll speak to you tomorrow. I think I'll try and persuade John to... Maybe we'll do like a not Lantia. I did not mean to say that. I meant to say Namausk. Something where we can just shoot people. I really just want to blast like 10 people. Just bang, 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 bang. So maybe we'll go on to either Essica or Namausk. Maybe. So yeah, thank you very much for hanging out. I will speak to you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Have a good rest of your day. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. And yeah, we'll speak to you tomorrow. We'll have more videos coming over the next few days as well. Look after yourself, stay safe, and we'll